anthem I've ever heard.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
3 o'clock in the big city. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Hopefully everybody's having a fabulous Wednesday. Hump day. Gorgeous out. Beautiful weather. I need this on Saturday.
Day. We are having a fabulous day
Bet your
today.
ace.
Fabulous
Day. Big news.
Mets are playing,
It's
so we'll be on
sexy.
880 when the Mets are over. We've got Yankees to get to. We've got camps to get into. Steve Cohen spoke today. But, you know, the big news, and I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it for Peter.
Say it.
Say it for me.
We're back, baby.
Oh, yeah.
We were on Yes, and it was a tremendous experience for a decade. And then it went away. And now we're
home.
back
We're home.
on MSG.
We're home.
Like it's supposed to be.
It broke this morning on DNR. They're going to be on starting September 8th. They're going to be on from 6 to 10 on MSG, and we're going to be on from 3 to 7 on the Madison Square Garden television network. And I could not be prouder. I could not be happier. Yay! You know, when we were on television, it was such a game changer for us, and we love what we do on YouTube and, of course, 880 and the app, but to be able to add a legendary network, a brand, to Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg and to DiPietro and Rothenberg and to ESPN New York is quite a glorious day. I mean, MSG is a part of the fabric of sports and has been for more than 4 decades, and to be a part of it, doing Devil games, and I know you being involved with the Knicks is awesome, but then to have 4 hours every day to be able to be a part of that network is a pretty cool thing.
It's an amazing thing. Again, for you and I, it's coming home, really for all three of us, right? Because I know, Peter, you have had a relationship with the network, with the Garden.
Of course.
A lot of things they do with the WWE. So for us, it does feel like a homecoming, which is nice. It adds to the amount of platforms you can consume the show on, which is always a big thing. YouTube is not going anywhere. It'll always be there as well. So that remains also as an option for a lot of people. And, of course, on the radio side of things and streaming on the app. But it just gives you many different ways you can consume us as a show. And for us, it's just a larger audience that we can continue to reach with a lot of things that we have to talk about and what has been a very exciting year in sports here in New York. And as we head into the fall, we're just getting started.
Yeah, there was always a lot of people that aren't in their cars and maybe aren't as tech savvy that really missed us on Yes, because they just love the idea of just being home, popping on the Michael Kay show.
When they were used to it. It was part of their life. Was that
was
like
just a part
they
of it.
consume it on TV?
It certainly was a game changer for us during COVID when people were stuck at home and just wanted to be able to sit back in their living rooms and have the game leading into the game, have the Michael Kay show on. And now to be able to be a part of MSG for the very same reason. I mean, it is one of the most watched regional networks in the country. They do a great job with the Knicks and the Rangers and the Devils and the Islanders and
with respect to the numbers 2, 3, and 4 you just mentioned, that first team is rather popular these days.
The Knickerbockers.
Yeah. It's not the worst of places you could go.
The timing's pretty good.
The timing of where they air the New York Knicks.
Yeah.
That feels good to me. That's the kind of space I want to be in.
Think about it. We are the show that leads into
Knicks basketball.
Knicks basketball.
That's right.
Every night.
But, just like
not bad.
Just like we were not a Yankee show when we were on Yes, we're not going to be a Nick Ranger show. We're going to be the show that we always do.
The hell we're not.
What do you mean? We're
what are you
the
talking
preview show.
about? You know what? We have now an excuse to do even more hockey.
Yeah, extended
It's 3
preview.
teams.
My point is we get the same show, the more well-rounded show, the most well-rounded show in New York sports, if not in the entire country.
But sorry, let me explain to Alan what's happening. Don is talking to this is trauma. What Don's expressing there is a decade of viewers on Yes who were annoyed that we weren't a Yankee show.
Oh.
And
and it was important to say.
No,
people
because they would
made
be
that connection. Oh, you're going to be on before the Knicks game, so why are they not talking Knicks for 4 hours? Well, because we talk about everything for 4 hours.
It's the Knicks and the Magic coming up on November 2nd. 4 hour preview
Did we not
show.
get that on Yes? Did we not get people like, why are they talking Mets? This is the Yes Network.
Yeah. That was a lot of that.
We're going to do the show that we do and that we've always done for the last year and a half.
How do I say this respectfully, though?
I think we're going to do it better.
Yeah, and let me just say this respectfully, because I love the Yes Network. My time there was great. Still have friends there, of course. But from an audience standpoint, the Yes audience did skew a tad older than MSG did.
You don't say.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I didn't get that vibe at all.
But
now that you pointed out, it does track.
It does track a bit. Whereas I don't feel we'll have the same issue, Don, because I just think that
the MSG audience is actually, again, statistically, a younger audience.
Exactly. And I don't think they'll come in with the expectation of like, I want my Knicks preview program. I think they're going to know what they're getting in a way that'll be a little bit
but people do get
easier
confused.
for transition.
Oh, there's going to be a sports show leading into the Knicks game or the Ranger game or whatever, and just assume, this is the show that we're going to do. And I do agree with you. It's because we don't get, I've been a Knicks fan since 1948.
Right.
I've been a Ranger fan since 1937. You got that with the Yankees.
A few times.
So, now listen, it's fun. It's going to be
this is great.
A lot of fun to be a part of it, and it'll begin on September 8th.
So we can act up for a couple more weeks, and then we got to tighten it up. We're wearing suits and ties, right?
Suits and ties. No more funny business.
No.
Everything's serious.
We just got to get right to it.
We all will have our stat sheets, our abacus, and we dive in every day.
Yeah.
And we break it all down to a fine powder.
Speaking of break, we break on time.
And we break on time every time.
Well, you know what I'm going to do? The first show, we get Bob Page on. We get Bill Daughtry on, right? Yes. We kick it old school with the sports desk. Get all the old.
We have Pito come in.
We get all, John Giannone, get all of the old sports desk.
He's got to throw it to us, right?
Oh, no,
let's get Sam Rosen on.
So do we? Sorry if you already said this in the first second, and I was booting, get my stuff together here. But we will still be on YouTube.
Yes.
So if there are people who are more YouTube comfortable, like the people in the chat right now, YouTube's still happening. That's not going anywhere.
Made that clear.
Which is great.
880 still an option, so in the cars and in the bars.
880 still an option. And then, of course, The Zone.
The Zone is coming.
So that's what they're talking about in the streets, is that The Zone is going to be...
any of the digital components that MSG uses, we will be available there as well.
On The Zone, which, by the way, is a major
upgrade.
It's not little.
Well, it's a win for everybody. It's kind of like, I didn't really know much about it. But as someone who's been a subscriber to the Zone at many different points, my issue with the Zone was I'd be like, I want to see this fight in February,
right?
But then April comes around, I'm like, I don't need the Zone. I'm out.
Get rid of it.
This is and then on the flip side, you heard of all the problems that people were having with the Gotham app. Now everybody will win. It's a great win for DAZN, great win for the MSG.
I talked to somebody in the know last night who said DAZN's a machine. Like, it just works. It's great.
Oh, no. As an app, I'm telling you. I've used it a million times. It's fantastic. I've used it overseas. I've used it everywhere.
I'm glad you brought it up because nothing is being subtracted. This is just an ad. So if you consume us on YouTube, if you consume us on 880, if you consume us on the ESPN New York app, nothing changes. Everything is going to stay the same for you, but now you have another option if you're home and you want to pop it on TV. Or you're driving, listening on 880 or listening on the app, and then you get home at 6 o'clock, and you're like, I want to pop on MSG before the Knicks and Ranger game. I'm going to watch.
I need televised.
I'm going to watch ENN. I want to see it on television, so or I want to see it on DAZN. So it's all just an ad. There's no subtracting. There's no compromising of how the show is being done. No compromising on when the show starts or when it ends, and all the different elements that have been a part of Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg since we started in December of 2025. So it's all going to be really terrific, and I'm really looking forward to it. Can't wait for September 8th. I mean, I love the summer, but there's so many things coming. There's so many things happening in September with the football season getting going. We're going to have postseason baseball with the New York Yankees.
It's the right time to make this move. It feels natural. People have been asking for it. People have been waiting for it. They have wanted it. You're getting it.
I got to tell you.
And the best part is that they take the shows, as you know, at MSG. So they'll take the shows, and usually after games, they'll have a best of and stuff like that, anything that's evergreen. So it's a lot of opportunity for our show to get audience, especially happy hour audience, which I used to always love, that if I was anywhere, in a bar, restaurant, whatever it was, TVs were on. Back in the old days when, I was midday, I would always see you boys up on the screen. And I would always say, that would be a cool thing. Every day in the bars, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Right? We're gonna be part of that now.
It is pretty cool, and that's the number one thing that I would get at the Rock during the Devils season. I'm sure you got it at the Garden. Peter, you probably hear it around. I miss you guys on television. I wish you guys were on television again. Well, we are going to be on television again
and
on
Don,
MSG starting September.
And Don with his Robert Graham will look just even better.
What do you think?
4K
Is
MSG.
Robert Graham
I
today?
love that. I love it for you.
Yeah,
it's a good color.
The new drobe for Don.
He's seriously.
Are they doing new? They do suits too.
Not in.
Well, you get it. They have nice. I got a couple of things. Sport coat.
They do sport coats.
Really nice though.
Sports, dress
really
pants, dress shirts,
yeah.
ties,
but not full suits,
but not full.
No,
not full suits, but you can put together, and that's television worthy. I mean, I'm allowed to. I can put that together for
easily.
A Devil broadcast.
There you go.
The shirts are great.
I never understand why when people go, if a company does sport coats and pants, why they don't just go full suiting. Like, doesn't it feel like we're right here?
Yeah, if you just want to match the material, you mean?
Yeah, like it just feels like we make pants.
Yeah.
We make tops, but we don't want to make the same
But the
color.
because
I think what Robert Graham is looking for.
I bought your blue pants. I bought your blue blazer.
Again, I'm not going to pretend to be an executive there. I'm just the shopper like anybody else.
Sure.
But I think they're trying to keep it on the business casual side.
They're winning.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Like
A suit is
very
formal. It's formal.
And they're more into just when you see the vibe of a business casual.
But the colors are vibrant. They're great.
Yeah.
Like I really like it. And
again,
for Don, this is perfect. You saw the sport coat he had.
Maybe that
one blue one he's got.
Maybe they become the new Untuck It of the future.
Look, we're open to business.
Listen.
Only
difference is I'd like a shirt this time.
All right.
You didn't get a shirt.
Our shingle is out. So
not an Untuck. Don, you ever get an Untuck It shirt?
No.
Not a shirt.
Not a shirt. You guys said that name.
Listen, we never got
5-6 times a show.
And again, I want to reiterate what Peter said. Love, yes. Never got the Untuck It.
Never got a Trumpy
Never got
bear.
the Chia Pet. Never got the Trumpy Bear.
And Don's still waiting for the Trumpy Bear.
Never get it. Never got invited to be on Israeli Basketball Today.
Never, not once.
So
and the golf show.
the golf.
Listen, that was a show I would have loved to have been a guest on that show.
I would have loved to.
Let me step
it
in
would
and
be one of those shows, Alan, as gorgeous as you are as a human being, that you would be on the show and no one would know.
Afterthought. No, I'd be John Cena. Can't see me.
Can't see me.
Well, there are people reacting to the MSG news, including
I
Manny
know since he
Flushing.
was at diapers.
Manny.
Diapers. We're talking diapers.
Yeah,
Diapers.
What's up, guys?
We're not in diapers,
What
buddy.
I
Not
need
yet.
to know what you were
Never
doing.
mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. Listen, first of all, I shout out to you guys. Congratulations, going on MSG. I mean, it's a long time coming. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
You gonna be watching?
Yeah. Yes, I'm gonna watch it like everybody else. I mean, it's hard to believe. Like it's been like a year. It's gonna be 1 year. I believe 8 months since y'all been on radio all together,
correct.
and now you're gonna be on television. I mean, it's a blessing. Hey guys, I haven't heard you guys mention about Cat got married.
Oh, and he had the trophy with him.
Yeah, we didn't.
Yeah, we didn't mention it.
We didn't mention it.
That sounded like an ENN, so I thought if anybody dropped the ball, it was Peter.
I wasn't going to call
Yeah,
out
it
Peter,
should have been an
since Don said it, I agree.
Yeah.
But he
was
had
in
the
Malibu.
trophy.
Yeah, well.
I mean,
her name's Jordan.
No. That's not what he meant.
Oh.
he brought the championship.
Oh, the
trophy.
Larry O.
Yeah, he
Larry O was in the house.
Larry O goes everywhere with these.
He wasn't referring to his wife as
Listen,
a trophy.
I don't
what do you
know.
think, I'm a pig?
She's a beautiful young woman.
It's very, very true. A very star-studded event.
I mean, that's, if you think about it, in his life, that's the biggest win.
That's a big.
Well,
It's a
star-studded
big win.
in what sense? A lot of Knicks or
No,
other people?
Yeah, Stiller, and Shalom Amame.
Yep.
And
which means
Kylie was there.
there was Kardashian
a lot of people.
influence there.
Haley and Justin were there.
Mm-hmm.
You name it.
Yeah.
There were a lot of
there.
biggies.
Where was this?
Malibu.
Yeah, a lot of people came out.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Bill Pito was there.
Reporting, of course.
He didn't go.
MSG didn't do a pregame?
To be honest, I think we did do a special. We're cutting a special. Monica hosted it.
Is that true?
No, I'm joking.
I would love that.
But
Monica?
What do you mean, no Monica?
Well, was she
On the
invited?
invite, I wonder if Monica would have gotten the.
I don't know.
She would have been the one. No, with all due respect, she would have been the cool guy who gets the
Now,
invite.
Timothy Chalamet and Ben Stiller.
I would have
do they,
politely declined anyway.
honestly,
Sure.
this is a serious
LA,
question,
too
and
far.
I'm not criticizing them. But when they went to the wedding, did they go as like true guests and friends of the bride and groom, or were they kind of just like did they treat it like it was a Knick game?
Well, no. So Kylie,
they kind of just went as fans.
Kylie and Jordan Woods are previously best friends.
Yeah,
that's a whole before Kat. There's no Kat. Kat doesn't exist. Kylie Jenner and Jordan Woods were best friends.
Okay.
Jordan Woods is basically famous because her and Kylie Jenner were best friends.
And then so
then they fell out. Then they fell out.
Okay. All right.
They found each other again, seemingly, because Timothée Chalamet is obsessed with the Knicks. And that kind of brought Kylie and Jordan Woods back together. So
nice?
that's the little TMZ.
See what the Knicks do?
They bring people together.
Bringing people together.
So to your point, I see what you're asking. It just doesn't make sense for them particularly. But so for the others, though, for Stiller, Stiller though, and his wife,
goes.
No, that's going to a Knick game.
Is Stiller there like any other buddy gets married, or is he kind of like a de facto Knick game? Like, does he treat the buffet as like he's in the suite? And then does he cheer? Is he pumping? He's got the guns out, like he did every time they scored a big bucket. Like, I wonder if he's there as friend or fan.
Wouldn't you want to be a fly on the wall though for all that, just to see the interaction, how it works, like just to see it? But there is look, I will say it is genuine. The relationship that a lot of those guys. There's been a lot of over the last 2 years interaction, intermingling with a lot of the celebrities and the Knick players. And there has been relationships.
And I'm not saying that they don't belong.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
But it is, I mean, were they in table 3? Probably not. Like, family's going to sit up front, right?
Right.
Right?
But you're at the table.
Are you really putting Tim and Ben at table 3?
No, but they got to get a good table. I'm sure they were
table 3 though.
Celeb. No, there's a celeb table that's pretty high up.
Probably. That must have been a table.
It's a solid. It looked like a beautiful affair. I'm very happy for Kat.
Yeah.
Kat had a hell of a summer.
What a year he's had. What a 2026 for this man.
And it'll be interesting to see what things are like for.
Oh, by the way, he hasn't gotten paid yet. The extension is still to be determined,
and that will happen.
And that's going to really make your day.
A nice little wedding present.
Oh, that number.
I still think it's one of the great stories, one of the underrated stories in all of sports.
Oh, yeah.
Is how Kat turned this thing
around. You were
around.
saying that from the very beginning. He could have been, this wedding could have been in Milwaukee.
No, by the way.
Right.
By the way, I don't want to pass
Denny's.
There could have been no one. There could have been no one.
You think Jordan?
There could have been no one.
She could be like, no, I'm out.
I'm good.
Right.
Like, because you never know. It doesn't work out with the Knicks. They lose horribly. He's terrible. They trade him to Milwaukee. She's like, I don't want to move to Milwaukee.
I can't marry
He's like,
a buck.
I'm not going to Milwaukee.
Oh, wow.
Well, maybe we'll try long distance. I don't know. Guys, I'm joking, but at the same time, every life event affects other things.
Even if they get married, then Kylie's not going because they don't reconnect because the whole Knicks thing is gone.
Then there's no Kylie.
And then there's no
Lasry.
Shamalama Ding Dong.
Mark Lasry's the biggest celebrity at the game. He's the owner of the Bucks.
Right. Oh, yeah,
wow.
That's right.
Wow.
Ray Allen shows up. Right. It's not the same.
It's true.
It's all like an episode of Laverne and Shirley, and now it's become like the talk of everything. It's on page 6. It's a big deal.
Weddings at Schatz Brewery.
Yeah, it's
now. Do I have to start watching myself for saying things like the following line I'm about to say? Do I have to be careful of things like this now in the MSG?
Say it out loud. Let's see.
And let's see how it goes. There's a Variety headline that I'm seeing right now on Twitter.
Okay.
Jalen Brunson calls Mariska Hargitay his favorite New York Knicks fan. Am I allowed to say in the MSG era? I've had enough of Hargitay. It's a lot with the Hargitay. Like we're acting like sometimes we're acting like Hargitay is like Lucille Ball. Like we got to calm down with the Hargitay a little bit. That's not a bit much.
I mean, her mother was like an iconic.
But most people don't even know that.
Okay.
Yeah, but
the story is
I'm not out of line.
To answer your question,
I think you're
right.
Going with Don's like you're bordering on fraud. Like, yeah. I think it's fair to say that, but let's also add that the breaking news and why he's doing this is because his wish was to have a guest appearance on SVU, right?
Oh, is that part of the article?
That is now happening.
Yeah,
there you go.
And but so he's always wanted to be on the show, and now he's going to be on the show.
Is it?
That's a big deal for him.
But
so he probably said that.
He could say that on MSG. It's not at the level of enough with Kenny Albert already. That'd be different. That would hit way different.
Why would you ever say that?
No, I'm giving him an example of somewhere he would go.
You got to help me with
enough with the Walt and the jackets. I'm good. That I wouldn't say that.
No, Mike Breen. Talk overrated. Like, you can't say that. Don't do that.
Those are examples of things that you shouldn't say.
Okay. I just want to get them out of my
system.
Those
are examples of things
What's
you should
acceptable,
not say.
though, of course, is to say the one analyst that they have on the Nick broadcast has got to go. He's terrible.
Hahn.
Yeah, you could say that.
Okay. I'm safe saying that.
Enough with the Hahn.
Enough with.
I'm a Wally
this
guy.
But
then if I went, whoops, I confused them. I meant Wally.
That's what you're doing, though. This guy's the McAfee of MSG. Enough with him already.
Right, exactly.
Right, he's everywhere.
I was going to say, you took my joke. I was going to say. When
I took your joke.
Indirectly, because I was going to say, of course, everyone's seen our big announcement today, and that is, of course, that our show is from now on going to be known as Don, Hahn, Rosenberg, and McAfee. Moving forward, if you like Pat, he will be the fourth seat on this show also.
Hey, how's it working out?
He'll never be on.
But in the title.
We couldn't get him as a guest, but he would be.
We think he'll make sense as a host.
I think we should try to get him as a guest. Never know.
I've tried.
In Barnegat, you're on ESPN New York. What's up, Shockey?
Hey, good afternoon, boys.
Good
I got
afternoon.
nothing for sports, really, because to me, baseball and football start in September. But congratulations to you guys. My promo will be tune in on September 8th at 3 p.m. and watch and listen to the sexiest sports trio in television history on MSG. That's my promo. Feel free to use it.
Wow.
I'll talk to you guys. What do you think? I'll talk to you guys the week before you go on, because that's the U.S. Open. I know you guys don't really care about that, but
I'll enjoy
Does
it.
who?
Peter does.
I'm a tennis
I'll enjoy.
guy.
I'll look forward to it.
Yeah, I mean a little bit. Yeah, but I mean there'll be there'll be a little bit to talk about that week.
Absolutely.
And then, like I say, to me, baseball starts in September, and of course, football starts in September. So, congratulations, guys! Can't wait to turn my TV on.
Well, thanks a lot, Shockey. I appreciate it.
See what he's doing? He's giving us a lot of just.
The extra N is for extra nasty.
He's giving us a lot of little cuts that we could use on a promo. That's what he's doing there. Very smart. Get his voice in the promo.
That's very, very
Question, though, that a lot of people are asking on social media is,
go ahead.
so what are we doing with the studio?
No, we'll make something work.
What do they mean in terms of design?
We do have our first guest, OG Ananobi.
Yeah, thanks, OG. What are your thoughts?
OG's
He's always so serious.
I don't think we'll have the train set that we had on Yes during Christmas time, but I do think it'll be dressed up a little bit better than the hostage situation that we're in right now.
You're hoping that's what he's hoping for.
That's my hope anyway. 1-800-919-3776. We got Yankees to talk about. Big win, and somebody that's really struggled made it happen. And the Yankees might have a very, very difficult decision to make this weekend. Mets, they're playing right now against the Padres. We'll have that to talk about. We've got camp talk between the Jets and the Giants. We've got a list at 4:30. We've got ENN at 6. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg just getting started on a Wednesday on ESPN New York.
Now hold on a second, everybody, because I have to talk about something. It's very important, and I wanted to bring it up earlier, but I couldn't because, frankly, I was in pain. Guys, I made a decision this summer. I'm not going to live with the pain. I want to find out what's going on. So what I did was I went and saw my guy, Dr. Jay Shah. Matter of fact, I ran into him during our Knicks celebration show at Stout, and I said, I've been having this pain in my back, and he said, let's stop messing around. Let's get in here and talk about it. Here's the thing about Dr. Shah, okay? He takes the time to understand what's going on. He builds a treatment plan that's right for you. You don't just jump to surgery, okay? So if you're dealing with back pain or neck pain, sciatica, joint pain, it's worth having a conversation so you can find yourself a non-invasive treatment. Go to samwellpain.com to learn more or schedule an appointment. Trust me. You want to see my guy, Dr. Jay Shah, and you want to see more of us on MSG soon come. But more of DHR next right here on ESPN New York.
ESPN New York and MSG Network are joining forces.
Big news, Jazz hands.
Start your mornings with DiPietro and Rothenberg live on the MSG Network. Then stick around for Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live on MSG every afternoon.
We are beyond excited to start simulcasting on MSG Networks.
So think about this real quick second. You got us in the morning 6 to 10. You got our afternoon show 3 to 7. And then right after that, you're talking Knicks, you're talking Rangers.
Yo, yeah. You wake up, you pop it on again, and there we are, waiting for you. Good morning.
ESPN New York and MSG Network, together like never before. It all starts Tuesday, September 8th.
D'Agostino, Law Bite Back. This is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates. Did you know Social Security takes money out of every paycheck you earn, paycheck after paycheck, and you're not supposed to touch that money until you're 67? What if you can't work? What if you need that money now? The system is challenging and most people get denied. That's a fact. D'Agostino and Associates has the experience to win, and we win a lot. If you filed for Social Security disability benefits and were denied, let us appeal. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. Bite Back means fight back. 1-800-248-3222. We'll fight to get you paid. D'Agostino and Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and handles Social Security disability claims and appeals. Remember, if you've been denied, call us first. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. D'Agostino and Associates. We win a lot.
There are a million reasons to love New York. Making your budget stretch isn't one of them. According to an independent study, Amazon prices average 14% lower than other retailers. Get food, fashion, furniture, and more shipped straight to your building. Plus, another study found Amazon Prescription Pass customers pay nearly 1/3 less out of pocket. Learn more at aboutamazon.com.
Hi, this is Don LaGreca. Just like the New Jersey Devils bring intensity on the ice, Viking Pest Control brings the same level of protection to your home. And I know because I use Viking at my own place. The season may be over, but pests are always in play. So it's time to lock in your off-season defense. As the pest control provider and proud partner of the Devils, Viking delivers 45 years of trusted experience to keep ants, cockroaches, stinging insects, rodents, mosquitoes, and more out of your zone. And when you bundle pest control mosquito services, you score big savings. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com. Protecting your home inside and out.
Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877-CARS-4-KIDS to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to carsforkids.org now or call 877-CARS-4-KIDS to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
And now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Hey there, guys. Good afternoon. Mets game well underway over at Citi Field. So far, no big delays on the Whitestone Expressway northbound, heading over to the Bronx-bound Whitestone Bridge. Absolute mess on the Nassau-Queens border. Rockaway Boulevard shut down. No access between the Nassau Expressway and Brookville Boulevard. Earlier this afternoon, an overturned tanker truck with a fuel spill. Traffic being detoured around that situation by JFK. Inbound George, repairs still on the upper deck, about 20 to 25 minutes using 8095. Worst of it to the outbound George, Cross Bronx westbound, already slammed from the Bruckner on through. Outbound Lincoln already about 10 to 15 minutes. Outbound Hahn, 15 to 20. This report is sponsored by RockAuto.com. A bent tire rod can quickly bring a drive to a halt. For the parts needed to get back on the road, visit RockAuto.com. Find a wide selection of quality parts at reliably low prices. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Kenny here to tell you about the Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. It's a fruity candy flavor explosion. A zero-sugar treat that's Sweet Tooth approved. These can take care of my candy cravings and provides a tasty caffeine kick without all the sugar. Get candy-flavored chaos with Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. Available online at 5hourenergy.com or Amazon.
It's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. Right now, Pella Windows and Doors of New Jersey is offering buy one, get one 40% off windows and doors and no payments, no interest for 24 months. Some restrictions may apply. See local showroom for details. Offer ends August 31st, 2026.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg with you until 7 today. We got a full frontal. Mets are playing right now, so we'll soon be joined on the 880 side. So that means that we've got a full show today until 7 o'clock.
Yes.
Lucky you.
So we're looking forward to that. Got a list at 4:30, ENN at 6. Lucky for who?
The listeners.
Okay.
no.
No.
No, you're saying
good for the listeners.
Oh, happy. And how are you feeling?
Oh no.
I am happy. I'm feeling great.
Yeah, because sometimes we just can't get to everything.
No,
we get to
the extra. Most people,
3.5 hours.
and I've often heard since I first joined the radio station many years ago. Do you know how often I've heard in the last 10 years the best half hour of radio I heard all day came from 6:30 to 7.
Yep,
I've always hear that. They say we like hearing the random author conversations.
We're finally in a rhythm, I think. We're finally getting it right.
It takes because the first 2 hours are garbage. Like you're just
complete waste of time.
You're throwing nothing at the wall, hoping something sticks.
Right.
5 o'clock hour,
we picked it up.
You start to get things going.
Yep.
6 is ENN. Great time. Now the mood's up.
And now all of a sudden we have all these great stories to feed off of and react to.
6:30 to 7.
Forget it.
Go time.
Last call crew.
That's it. Some of the best calls you get all day.
You get people sitting in their cars. They don't want to get out.
Yeah. You never know what Richard's going to say.
Want the show to be over.
You want
it's
some big
just
dick?
getting good, right?
Oh no.
No, you don't have to worry about it for the rest of the week.
That's what I think.
Mets off tomorrow. They're in Chicago on Friday. It's all coming together. Yankees win last night, and that's not nothing because Baltimore had come in pretty hot, right? And they had just beaten Tampa 3 out of 4, did the Yankees the favor. And, again, the offense, not spectacular. It was really just one guy, pretty much, and that was
Grish.
Grish with 2 for 4. All 3 of the Yankee RBIs had a home run, had that big 2-run single. What was that, in the 7th, where it looked like the Yankees were going to strand the bases loaded and have that, like, typical feeling. I'm on a day where Rice goes 0 for 3, Jazz again struggling, 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. He got the job done. Lombard Jr., 2 for 4. You kind of pencil him in for that. He's batting nearly 300 in his young career.
And his defense is insane.
Defense is special.
How about
his defense is very, very special. So
can we live
are actually
on that?
in a good spot.
Well, 5 games back of the Rays going into tonight, so also something to just...
When they picked up a game because the Rays lost to Toronto.
There's just something, just like I said, you got to stay within at least 4 to have a shot. But think about this with Lombard. And I know the minute he came up, that first game, I kind of was like, there's something special about him. And I'd been reading about him for months and what scouts and what baseball media who's seen a lot in our area, what they've said about him, what's being said about from coaches. So there was this anticipation that there's a guy coming up, that this guy defensively is already going to be elite when he gets here. It's the bat that they're, when does it catch up? What he's done, and I know I'm supposed to pump my brakes, but I refuse to.
Pump your brakes.
I'm not doing it. I'm going no brakes. All gas.
Okay.
He has now 8, what is DRS? Defensive runs saved, right?
Yeah.
8 of them in 109 innings. 8. That's the second most on the team for the season.
That's pretty incredible.
Among shortstops, it's tied for the 3rd most in the season. Like Witt Jr. has 8. He's played 109 innings. He's played 12 games.
He's been good.
And he's already got, his defensive impact is elite. It's tremendous, don't you think?
Very much so.
And then if the bat can, if he's not overwhelmed at the plate, which that was always the concern, is, how long will it take him to adjust?
And it's, I think, 292 as of today. He's rolling. 2 for 4 last night.
He's good. But his defensive impact. You saw Carlos Rodon. Did you see? We can't say it on the air what he said. But when he made a play in the game last night, and Rodon turned and looked at me and said, "You are a bad man."
Yeah. Shut your mouth.
You know what I mean? Like when you're getting the pitchers to acknowledge the impact that you're having defensively behind them, it just shows you this guy's special. They've got something here. And what you're hoping for, stop telling me Volpe was the same. No, he wasn't like this.
No,
not like this.
He did not jump off the page.
But it does. Listen, you know that I don't like to beat up on Cashman the way you do, the way the fans do. But it just begs the question: why was there ever any consideration about moving him to 3rd or finding another position for him because we didn't, Volpe's got to play third, got to play shortstop.
Yeah.
They didn't have him playing shortstop when he was rehabbing from his injury in Somerset. He was still playing shortstop. It's like, you were not trading this guy. This was going to be your next Derek Jeter. Mm-hmm. That was the hope.
Mm-hmm.
So why was there ever any consideration of moving Volpe to a different position when you knew you had this?
It's amazing.
Right? I mean, like you said, this is a small sample size.
But he was still young. At 19, I think they were having him
he almost
play
made
some
the team
third.
in spring that year.
At 20 years old, yeah.
And there was, you know what? We might have to move him to third.
Yeah.
And Volpe's not playing another position. Now, Volpe is in Scranton, and he's playing second because guess what? The shortstop is no longer available.
Because that's the only avenue back.
This is probably going to be your shortstop for the next decade. So you're going to have to find another position.
Yeah.
But the point I'm trying to make is that they knew they had this, and yet they still tried to keep Volpe as shortstop. For what? You were going to possibly have this kid play third? I mean, he just seems like a natural shortstop, and he's hitting. Now, I don't know if he'll hit at this level forever, but right now
he's been good.
And I'm always playing the Yankee apologist on this show, but like you are in great shape. I mean, you've got usually you have Derek Jeter, and then there's nobody else forever. I don't know if he's going to be Derek Jeter, but the point is this guy's hitting. Judge is coming back at some point. Bellinger is going to be back this weekend.
Well, the great shape part, I gotta push back.
No, they're making the playoffs, and they've got a shot in this weak ass American League. So, listen, I know there's a ton of guys that aren't hitting, and it's frustrating to watch this team, and they're not entertaining. But you know what? They've just won a couple of games in a row. The pitching's been outstanding. Rodon comes back off the IL. He was on a pitch limit, pitched great for 4 innings.
Bellinger could be back by the weekend.
And I brought up yesterday, it's just like these injuries keep piling up. You just wonder, is it their year? When Fried goes down, the second Rodon comes back, but they just go out there and they win. Grisham's having a really tough year, gets a couple of hits, big home run. You beat Baltimore, came in red hot.
Right.
So you're finding a way to survive here. My question is, with Bellinger coming back, and he's going to play in a rehab stint, I guess Thursday, so there's a chance he can come back on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to send down Spencer Jones? Yeah, he was involved in it last night.
Somebody's got to be sent down.
I know, but he's a good defender. He can hit.
I agree. But who else are you going to move?
They won't do it.
You're going to DFA Rosario?
You could DFA Rosario, who, he's batting .226. There doesn't really seem to be a place for him now, right?
I still think he's a guy.
You're set. You're set at your infield positions, right? So he's just coming off the bench.
Yeah, but a vet like him.
All right.
I know he's not having a great year.
He's not having a great year, okay? You can't send Jazz down, but he's a free agent at the end of the year. But he's batting .214. He's batting just 3 points higher than Jones. Jones at least has the excuse that he's a kid.
Am I crazy? There's two things that could happen with Jazz come October. He can either have a heroic moment or he can be a disaster. Which one? I can't figure out which one I want to, believe is going to happen.
It seems like, based on what I've heard from you this summer, I feel like you believe it's going to be disaster.
Yeah.
You're kind of out. You're kind of done.
But I also know he's, good for these moments sometimes where he just closes his eyes and swings out of his cleats and the thing goes 400 feet. But why do I feel like there's going to come a time in the playoffs where something's going to go wrong and he's going to be right in the middle of it?
Yeah, it feels like that, doesn't it?
It's just watching him this year. There's something not right about his energy.
But Jones is the likely guy. He's got options.
Yeah.
Like you said, he's not tearing the cover off the ball, though he is hitting, fairly well. He's a good defender. But because he's got options, and he'll be back up September 1st. So he's only going to be gone if he comes back on Sunday. So what's Sunday, the 23rd? He'll be gone for a week. And then he comes back. So I guess it's not the end of the world, but I don't want to shake this kid's confidence either. I'm be a yo-yo. You saw what happened with Dominguez with that. The only other option.
Have you seen Dominguez in the minors, by the way?
Yeah.
Oh,
but
they've really ruined that kid.
Well, but you want to be careful with Jones. I mean, listen, Jones took a while to get up here. I think he's done the job fairly well, and it's only a week. So it's the logical thing to do. Now, they won't do it, but would you ever consider DFAing Goldschmidt?
No.
He's got 3 RBIs in the last 30 games.
There's something to me about having guys like that in the dugout and available in a big spot in the playoffs.
Well, that's what you got Stanton for. Like,
I guess it's
no, they're not.
Goldschmidt's more of like a specialist.
Well, I'm just saying a right-handed guy coming off the bench to get a hit. They probably won't. I'm just saying he has really struggled. I mean, over the last 30 games, he's batting 163. He's 38 years old. But again, it's only a week.
And I guess you have Garcia. So as far as defense goes at first base, that's also like if Rice,
I still think there's a place
Garcia
for him
can play
anymore,
first.
is there?
So
now you bring up a point. He's a veteran.
Guys like him, the guys like that you want around. You just want around. Jones is not somebody that you would say in the playoffs could be a big value piece, even just from a leadership voice standpoint.
No,
Jones is young.
He's young, but he could defend. He can also hit home runs.
I think he's got a very good glove. He's very good in the field, and you're going to need that.
The one thing that's jumping out to me, Alan, from this conversation, I don't want to start a whole thing, but I'm just going to talk to you here. Don's description of the Yankees at the beginning of this whole thing, the setup that
is they're in a great place.
If this were, and I know you can't switch them because their histories can't be switched, if the Mets were doing what the Yankees are doing, I'm telling you, you would not say they're in a great place.
That's why I was trying to get him to tell me about.
Like, I see what you're saying. Like, they're in a great place to do something special because they still could.
That's what I mean.
But
this team can still go to the World Series. Isn't that a great place to be?
No, but if you're a fan, it doesn't feel like a great place. Because they're surviving. And they will be allowed to participate in the playoffs. And if they get pieces back, they could surprise people. But it hasn't been great.
You're making a great point. This is exactly the outside looking in kind of perspective that Don's bringing, which is why I'm trying to say, like, what is it? Because all the things you're saying are true, Don, about the Yankees. That's all correct. You're not wrong. But so many things have to now suddenly fall into place for it to happen.
But that's what I'm saying. Do they?
Judge come back and be able to hit.
Bellinger comes back and is Bellinger.
I'm not saying win the World Series. I'm saying go to the World Series. Who are you afraid of? Who are you telling me right now they can't beat?
Anyone who scores more than 2 runs.
Yes, that's probably
Don,
true.
even last night, they don't score.
Yeah.
Even when they win, they cannot score. So we're still supposing and hoping that Bellinger and Judge change the offense.
And Stanton can stay upright.
Okay.
And everything else falls into place.
But nobody
and Fried comes back, and he's okay instead of, this bone bruise. He had it before, and he missed months.
But you were deciding, and listen, you're going to, when we get to the calls of 1-800-919-3776, you're going to win this argument because all Yankee fans agree with you. I'm just telling you, are they in a great place in the future? Are they in a great place compared to any other year? Absolutely not. But I'm telling you, this American League stinks. The Rays are the one team that maybe you should be afraid of because they don't seem to be scared of you, and they've been able to maintain first place for the majority of the year. But they had the chance to bury the Yankees and couldn't do it. They got swept by Baltimore. They didn't get swept by Baltimore. They lost 3 out of 4 against Baltimore. When they had a chance to bury the Yankees this weekend, they didn't do it. I want to see if this team has the stomach to go to Yankee Stadium and play the Bombers in the postseason. How about the Red Sox? They've been like a yo-yo. They scored a bunch of runs the last couple of days, but they also blew an opportunity over the weekend.
They're going to get healthy too.
Yeah, but what if you catch it?
By the way, they're getting healthy too. Boston has also a chance to get healthy.
Yeah, and what if
time for October?
And Don's spinning the version you're spinning here is, the Red Sox. But what if they catch the Red Sox that they were a week ago? Then they're sweeping the Yankees. Like, but if you get the best version of the Red Sox, you got problems.
There's no evidence that they're not going to get these guys back. Bellinger, John Heyman, who's in touch with everything, right, says September 1st. Well, guess what? He's going to be back this weekend, Bellinger. So that's a week ahead of what people were reporting, all right? Stanton, they're only waiting till September 1st because they don't want to have to
cut somebody
to make room for him on the roster. So they're going to wait till September 1st. And the news has been good about Judge. So they're getting these guys back.
The news has been good about Judge. That is the most liberal way of describing good. It's been extending for weeks and weeks and weeks. And now he's in the pool.
But you have a chance to get him back with a couple of weeks before the postseason starts in an American League that's a cesspool. I'm telling you, none of those teams in the Central will be able to beat the Yankees right now. If they played in a series right now, no Bellinger, no Stanton, no Judge, not any one of those teams in the Central Division would beat the Yankees. None of them. And the West, same thing. They could barely stay above 500. The Red Sox and the Rays are the 2 teams you need to be concerned about.
Guess who you'd have to play in the wild card?
but you're going to have most likely home field advantage, and you're getting people. I'm just trying
Donnie,
to tell you.
I'm not worried about that part. Like, it's funny. You're saying they could get to the World Series. The hardest part might be getting to the division series.
I understand
that might be the harder part.
But
just getting there.
The wild card will be the hardest series
see
they have.
The ALCS
the Rays
could
had
be
the chance. The Red Sox had their chance, and they blew it. This could be a non-conversation if the Red Sox didn't all of a sudden completely cool off.
I want you to be right.
9 out of 12 out of nowhere. I'm just saying. I'm just defending. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just defending when I said they're in a great place in the sense that despite everything that they've been through, they're still going to the playoffs. They're still going to have home field advantage if they have to settle for the wild card. And we're not even ruling out the division because the Rays couldn't put the Yankees to sleep.
Not yet.
All right?
Still
I'm
time.
rooting for a team that I'm supposed to get all excited and sleep on my back because all of a sudden the Mets won 10 out of 13 when everything's over. When it's completely meaningless. I'm supposed to get all excited. The Padres, they didn't score a run, getting 4 hits at the top of the first inning. Meanwhile, the season's going to be over on September 27th because that's the last day of the regular season. So that is a great place. Right, Jacob? That's a great place to be. Your team's going to the playoffs in October. Don't say see.
No, but it's true. You're proving the point.
Yeah. I'm not proving any point. I'm proving the point that I defended myself.
No, that you're proving the point that for a Mets fan, the Yankees are in a great situation. But for a Yankee fan, they're in a not so great situation. They expect to be in the playoffs every year. Why wouldn't they? It's every year.
Well, the last time you lost Judge for this long, you finished 82 and 80 and missed the playoffs. I'm sorry. I'm allowed to have my opinion.
No, you are.
Who said your
opinion? This is so performative because you know I'm going to get eviscerated by the calls because they're all going to agree with you. 1-800-919-3776. I'm going to defend myself. I could be a yo-yo, and guess what? I'll be yo-yoing until 7 o'clock on ESPN New York.
ESPN New York and MSG Network are joining forces.
Big news, Jazz hands.
Start your mornings with DiPietro and Rothenberg, live on the MSG Network. Then stick around for Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, live on MSG every afternoon.
We are beyond excited to start simulcasting on MSG Network.
So think about this real quick second. You got us in the morning 6 to 10. You got our afternoon show 3 to 7. And then right after that, you're talking Knicks, you're talking Rangers.
Yo, yeah. You wake up, you pop it on again, and there we are, waiting for you. Good morning.
ESPN New York and MSG Network, together like never before. It all starts Tuesday, September 8th.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets, so go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46, and I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Evan Cohen here. When it comes to your tires, you want the best quality, the best value, and the best service When you buy tires at Midas with paid installation, their limited lifetime tire guarantee is included at no extra cost. Free flat repairs or replacements if needed, and complimentary maintenance like tire rotations and rebalancing every 5,000 miles. All included. That's the limited lifetime tire guarantee. Only at Midas, the best around.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 1-800-983-6530. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-983-6530 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 1-800-983-6530 right now to schedule your vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind.
Congratulations, New York. The Knicks did it. Through battle after battle, they dominated to become this year's NBA champions. Day in and day out, the hard work paid off, and you were there every step of the way. Enjoy the crown. Own it, because this year is your year. A part of your legacy that will never be forgotten. So celebrate this moment, show your pride, and shop the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
I guess I'm going to continue to defend myself. You guys are saying...
What else do you have?
You guys are saying to me, how can you say the Yankees are in a great place? What I'm saying is that because of the injury...
You got to tell me the great place.
Because
what's the great place?
The great place is...
You're still alive. You have a chance.
And is that while this is going on, you're in first place in the wild card. You're 5 back of the Rays. You didn't get buried by either the Red Sox or the Rays. You've just discovered something special at shortstop in Lombard Jr.
Yep.
Again, I'm not trying to compare with the Mets, but what we're being told is at least this isn't a complete waste of a season for the Mets because we're starting to see these young kids.
Yep.
We're all getting a chance to play.
Although Ewing has a hit in
a meaningful season for the New York Yankees, you're finding out that you might have the next Derek Jeter on your hands. That's happening right in front of your eyes, right here, right now.
That's cool.
In meaningful games.
Yeah. That's nice to watch.
You just got, you lost Fried, but it might be strategic, so it might not be that big of a deal. Rodon came back. He pitched well. Bellinger's coming back this weekend. Stanton is going to be back on September 1st.
Yeah.
There's a very good chance that you will get Judge back in time where he'll have some reps before the postseason. So for everything that has gone wrong, I look at it and say, you're still in great shape to make the playoffs and still be able to make a run. The last time you were this devastated by injuries was in 2023. You finished 2 games above 500 and out of the playoffs. The time before that was when you had to sell off pieces in 2016 and miss the postseason.
Mm-hmm.
So looking at it from the perspective of where you could be with all of these injuries, yes, I believe right now you're in a great place compared to where a lot of other teams would be had you suffered those injuries. Had you suffered losing one of the best players in baseball for what's going to turn out to be 3.5 months. So, yes, from that perspective, I'm sorry, it's all relative, right? This is not a great place from the start of the season. This is not where you thought you would be. But, Peter, without Judge, without Bellinger, without Stan, missing Cole for a good portion of the season, Fried on the IL for the second time, Jazz can't hit anything, that you are in my estimation, a great position compared to where most teams would be right now.
It's a perfect example of all things considered.
I give you that.
All
things considered.
Because if you go, because you're one notch away, Don. You're one notch away with your argument from going, we got him just where we want.
No, I'm not.
I don't know for that, but you're
I'm
right.
not saying.
But no, it's all. How about this? The phrase I want to look for. It's all there for them. It's still all there for them. You've got great pitching. even with Fried going down, you've got a stacked rotation. You've got your best players coming back. It's all there for you. But I understand if you're a Yankee fan why the whole thing feels overall frustrating and maybe not as upbeat about it as you feel, given you're a Met fan. But you're right. It's all in front of them if they can get it.
I take it personally, the whole as a Met fan. I'm just saying as somebody that's not a Yankee fan.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
All right?
That's
it's
all
just
I meant.
that I look at it and go, you know what? You got something to root for. You know what? Your team's got some cubes, as Michael Kay would say. All right? There's a lot of teams in every sport that be like, it's not our year. You know, it's just every time we turn, somebody gets hurt. You know what? Better luck next year. And you know you're rooting for an organization where there's zero accountability. So it's not like anybody's going to lose their jobs over if they're missing the playoffs. And yet they're giving you something. I look at that team and I say that's a hell of a team to root for. And you've got reinforcements coming that's going to make you better. Red Sox have nothing coming. Rays have nothing coming. They are what they are. And you've been able to hang, and you know you're getting better. All right, I'll even give you, maybe not judge at full strength, but you're going to get Bellinger back. You're going to get Stanton back, and you're going to have your pick of the litter. You're going to have some really good pitchers, not even be on the postseason roster. Right, so I'm sorry. I know it's the Yankees and it's 27 championships or kill yourself. I think you're in a great place.
My optimism for the future with the Yankees has to do with what's happening to the Dodgers. Because the playing field is about to get leveled, clearly. And it might not even take a new cap system.
Well, you know what? I want to take some call.
I'm just saying, like when you're talking about a good place, you're right about some of the things that you're saying. This season, though, things have to work out for it to be that finally end the championship drought. But my optimism for the Yankees going forward, which when you watch the Dodgers operate, you felt like the Yankees are never going to operate like this again, and it's going to be really difficult, and it's always going to be frustrating because you're used to the Yankees being one of the big spenders and the teams that swing it. But after seeing what's happening with the Dodgers and with the ownership there and Mark Walter, it's starting to now suggest that this Dodger thing is not for long, and the Yankee ability to dominate the league again because of their history, because of the depth of the organization, and also the amount of money that they are willing to spend, could lead to winning.
We could talk about that coming up because it's a pretty ugly situation there in Los Angeles with the Dodgers. Your calls, 1-800-919-3776. Mets trying to hold on. They're up 4-1 against the Padres. Senga in to try to get the save. Runners at first and second with one out. So it's very much up for grabs here, so we'll keep an eye on that. And when that game is over and their postgame will be on 880 right up till 7 o'clock. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
ESPN New York and MSG Network are joining forces.
Big news, Jazz hands.
Start your mornings with DiPietro and Rothenberg, live on the MSG Network. Then stick around for Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, live on MSG every afternoon.
We are beyond excited to start simulcasting on MSG Network.
So think about this for a quick second. You got us in the morning 6 to 10. You got our afternoon show 3 to 7. And then right after that, you're talking Knicks, you're talking Rangers.
Oh yeah. You wake up, you pop it on again, and there we are, waiting for you. Good morning.
ESPN New York and MSG Network, together like never before. It all starts Tuesday, September 8th.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
That's ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
Hey, let me ask you something. Would you seat your 3-year-old child on a windowsill? Would you seat them beside a lit fireplace or by the deep end of a pool? One last question. Would you seat your child in a car seat that's not correct for them? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Secure their future. Seat them in the correct car seat. For more information, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
Sponsored by the New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
Hey Yankees fans, gather a group of 10 or more and take advantage of our 2026 Yankees group ticket specials. Whether you're getting together with family and friends, organizing a fundraiser, or entertaining clients, your group will love bonding over the Bronx Bombers. Start planning your 2026 group outings today. Log on to Yankees.com/groups. Call 212-YANKEES or email us at groups@yankees.com. That's 2026 group tickets. Call 212-YANKEES or visit Yankees.com/groups today.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Upgrade your outdoor living space with TimberTech, the #1 brand in premium decking from Rings End. Picture this, a deck that's the highlight of your backyard, turning heads season after season. Now, imagine 20, 30 years later. It's still going strong. And here's the best part. You haven't spent a moment sanding, staining, or sealing it. Visit your local Rings End for the stunning real wood looks of TimberTech decking, paired with the kind of durability that only advanced engineering can deliver. Backed by industry-leading warranties, TimberTech is the decking that performs for decades. Ask for it locally at Rings End.
Skechers elite athlete OG Anunoby has been making history on the basketball court.
Anunoby tips it in. Unbelievable. What a shot.
He's been balling out in Skechers high-performance basketball sneakers, and the world is noticed. But how does OG train off the court to keep in peak physical condition? Hands-free Skechers Slip-ins Aeroburst. They help prepare OG for the physical demands of playing at a championship level. Get your pair of Aeroburst for only $165 at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever high-performance running shoes are sold.
Pros, find the right flooring for the job in Lowe's newly redesigned flooring showroom. Shop our expanded assortment of trusted brands and get up to 35% off style selections, Stainmaster, and Stainmaster Pet Protect Special Order Carpet. And while you're here, save $100 on the DeWalt 20-volt max 6-amp-hour 2-pack of batteries. Now just $179. Get more of what you need faster and save more where it counts from the ground up. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 8/26 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Beginning Tuesday, September 8th, watch DiPietro and Rothenberg and Hahn and Rosenberg live every day on the MSG Network. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
.401 of the big city. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg with you until 7 o'clock today. Mets beat the Padres 4-2, so they take 2 out of 3 from San Diego. Actually took 4 of the 6 because they took 2 out of 3 in San Diego earlier this year. So too little, too late, but still playing pretty well. Senga did give up a run in the 9th, but did earn, I believe it's his 4th save since becoming the closer of the team. So maybe they found something. Alan brought up the Dodgers situation, and Mark Walter. It sounds to me like he won't go to jail because he's worth billions, and people that are worth billions don't go to jail. But he could get in a lot of trouble. And he could be forced to sell the Dodgers. The selling of the Los Angeles Lakers, trying to dump assets. There's a lot of things going on that are well over a lot of people's heads. But what Alan suggested is, could this be a breaking point in what looks like the new evil empire with the Los Angeles Dodgers spending money? And we're on the verge on December 1st of having a lockout, which is going to happen. And the premise of that...
You feel that's a given,
no,
right?
December 1st, it's definitely going to have a lockout. Now it's just a question of, can they get things done before spring training? But they're going to lock out. Nobody's giving in before December 1st. There'd be no reason to, right? It's December 1st.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And then it'll just be the posturing until eventually they get to the table and discuss it. But the main crux of it is, we have a problem. We need a salary cap because look at the Los Angeles Dodgers. Look at all the money that they're spending, and teams can't spend that money. But now it's looking like, well, the Dodgers couldn't spend the money either. And this is some big shell game that's being played. And now their owner may go to jail. And who knows what's going to happen with the future of the Dodgers. But Alan...
Like you thought the Laker thing with him has turned into an unbelievable drama with the Buss family and all the fighting that's going on there. And then some other side story that I saw on the Laker side of things, which is that, like... Iger's net worth doesn't suggest somebody that could put up $12 billion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kushner's I think worth $5 billion. So there's okay, where's this money actually coming from? And there's some suggestion that there's some Saudi influence here,
right? Which
that's a whole other can of worms. But then now it leads to the Dodgers, where the Dodgers side has always been no. That's Mark's interest in the Lakers. That has nothing to do with us. We're, business as usual over here, until you keep pulling on the string, the sweater, and it starts to unravel even more to realize, like you just said, the shell game that he had been playing, which is why he was under investigation for a lot of things, and that the fact that the Dodgers are operating in like a $1.45 billion debt, and they are, it's a house of cards now all of a sudden. So this whole notion of the Dodgers are willing to spend and don't care, and they just have so many investors, and it's just easy for them to do it. They can take the losses, and now you realize, no, they actually can't. And so what's going to happen there? And what's going to happen with that organization going forward? And there is something in Ohtani's contract that lets him out if I think if the owner sells.
Right.
It gives him the option to leave. That's right there alone is just for Rob Manfred's got to feel like a panic button moment. So when you're watching all that happen, and we've been people are highly critical of Hal Steinbrenner and how he's operated under a budget. Nobody likes to hear that word, but it's still a $300 million budget. And it's been this sense that the Yankees, as we know them, can no longer be the Yankees because the Dodgers are just doing it the way the Yankees used to do it. And they can't do that. But now that we realize that the Dodgers can't do it either, can we reset and kind of go back to that place where the Yankees can continue then to be the evil empire, the team that does still spend and can be successful in getting players if you remove the Dodgers being that team that just gets everyone because they are writing blank checks.
Yeah.
How far back? The Yankees are what? Are 2 or 3? 3?
They're 3. Mets are 2.
Yeah. So it really is just a matter of the Dodgers coming back a bit before the Yankees are the evil empire.
Yeah. I mean, the amount of debt that the Dodgers are going to owe here. This is unreal. What's unraveling. So that's the part, Donnie, that gives me that sense of, okay, now that things kind of get under control again, I could feel like the Yankees could still be a team that puts together a championship roster and plays and wins a championship. But now we've got to see what happens with the system, because if it is a hard cap system,
but I'm just wondering,
it does level the field, and now does it create parity in Major League Baseball that sounds nice, but I'm telling you is not always great.
But I do believe there should be a salary cap. But a lot of the momentum towards a salary cap is because of the Dodgers spending.
Right.
Even though it hasn't really worked, right? They spend money on Diaz, back on the IL again. Tucker has been an embarrassment. They're not even playing him in home games because he's getting destroyed there.
Yeah.
So the best closer and the best everyday player in free agency have not turned out well. But because they spend so much money and have so much depth, they're still, even though not statistically the best team in baseball, the favorite to win a third consecutive World Series. And it's a problem. And teams like the Yankees are saying the Dodgers are a problem. But here's what's going to hurt the owners in negotiating a new CBA with the players. If I'm the players, I'm like, MLB, this is on you, man. Why did you let this guy buy the team? Why did you give this guy financial breaks? Because remember, when they bought the team from Frank McCourt, he had him in bankruptcy because of his divorce.
Right.
So they gave him some breaks because they bailed the Dodgers out.
Yes.
And so they've taken advantage of those breaks that they got from Major League Baseball. They might have let a criminal into the room the way the NHL let Spano in the room with the Islanders.
Because they were desperate there too.
Right. So, dude, you're complaining about a system that you created. The Dodgers are out of control because of you. If you were a little bit more responsible in finding a better owner, then maybe you wouldn't be in the situation that you're in, and the Dodgers wouldn't have the gross payroll that they have. And the Steinbrenners wouldn't be screaming about how we need a system change because the Dodgers are spending too much money. The Dodgers are spending money they don't have.
Yes, we're learning that. Yeah, and they're hiding it in their network.
So I would think that would hurt me if I'm the owners trying to negotiate a salary cap. The player's just going to say, like, well, the problem you're claiming to have, you created.
There's more to it, though. There's so many layers to it. You're right about that part, but I still think there's another problem in the system. They talk too much about the cap. I still think the floor is the bigger part of the story.
But you're not going to get.
You have teams that just don't spend. They don't want to. And how do you not want to spend?
The other thing too that they have to, at least if they're going to miss any time, have to come up with is you're going to have to put limitations on the years you give. You can't be giving out 15-year contracts.
Yeah. What do you think? 5? Should you cap it at 5?
Yeah, I would think 5 or
deals,
6.
No,
what you're doing is, because think about what you're doing. I'm going to give. Now, Soto is a little different because he was so young, but you're giving these pitchers that are like 30 contracts till they're going to be 42 years old, right? And they don't care because the general manager doesn't care because he won't have the audacity to think he's going to be around in a dozen years, right? The owners are going to be like, I'll probably sell the team by then, so I don't care. And then somebody's left holding the bag in the final 6 years of a contract where the guy's in his late 30s doing nothing, getting paid an outrageous amount of money.
You want to ask a union to not only put a restriction on how much a player can make, the players are going to get.
What I'm saying in lieu of a cap is saying, listen, if you're not going to give me a cap.
So there's more free agency,
which
means more player movement.
If they get the cap, they're going to have to put a restriction on the years anyway, right? Because then it'd be circumventing the cap by I'll give a 30-year contract. I'll pay the guy $2 million a year.
And the annual is the only thing that matters, Okay.
But what I'm saying is if you can't get the cap, at least come up with, all right, you can't give him more than a 5-year deal. Pay him whatever you want to pay him over the 5 years. But we just can't have 40-year-olds making $30 million a year not playing, but because you're so rich, you could absorb it, where some of those smaller market teams are like, I can't give him a 12-year contract.
Right. What you're saying is that the league is littered with bad contracts.
Really bad contracts
and
that only certain teams could absorb.
And that's it. Right. And that's a problem because that creates then now, the system gets kind of bogged down because you have these bad contracts that you just trying to get out of.
And the Yankees benefit from that. They gave Fried an 8-year contract. Yep. He's already been on the IL twice in year 2 of the contract. But they didn't care because they're like, if I win a World Series and the guy's really good for the first 4 years, I won't care about the final 4 years of the contract. Well, you think you could do that in Milwaukee? You think you could do that in Miami? You think you could do that in Kansas City? So you're never going to get the big-time free agents because the bigger market teams can give them a 15-year contract.
And here's the other part of what you're talking about that concerns me. Again, when you think about the Yankees, you say it's right there. It's all right there. They're in a great spot. And I just keep saying they're in a great spot. There feels like a critical pressure on this year to win for various reasons. One, as you said, American League's not very strong. You said how many teams were under 500?
What did I say?
It was a ridiculous
10.
number, wasn't it? Yeah. So you were saying
I have to check now.
But the American League is a weak league. There's not a lot of pushback. It happens to be in your own division, but still, that you're right. If you get healthy at the right time, you have a pitching staff that's been lights out. You should have an offense that can do better than one run a game once you get healthy. You're right. But there feels like an urgency on getting it done this year because if they don't, we don't know what's coming on the other side. Is there going to be a season? How much of that season will be missed? What will the system look like that could create a situation where the Yankees now have to make decisions on players because I have to get under the cap? And this might be their best. Aaron Judge, by the way, gets another year older.
Yeah.
This might be it when it comes to him being the centerpiece of your championship team because you don't know what next year is going to be. And you don't know how long you're going to have to wait to play next year. So that's what makes me kind of nervous is, my God, this kind of feels like the Yankees better do it this year because if they don't, we don't know if there's going to be a season. We don't know how long they're going to be out next year. And it's just another year on Judge's timeline.
Yeah, the clock is still going to tick on him.
Right.
Even if it doesn't necessarily tick on the contract. Just the update on the American League. 15 teams.
Yep.
10 under 500.
My God.
1 at 500, the first place Astros. So that means there's 4 teams above 500 in the American League. 4
total. And 3 of them are in the division, right?
And 3 are in the American League East.
Yeah.
And the best record is 15 over with Tampa.
Oh, my God.
And the Yankees are...
That's parity, everybody. This is what you want? This sucks. This is bad.
Well, this is unusually bad, too.
Really
I'm sorry, Tampa Bay's 25 over.
Because parity can be really good. This is just extremely
parity
bad.
Is there's a lot of good teams that have a chance to win.
Right, not everybody's bad.
This is everybody's bad.
This is everybody's bad in the whole
and no one wants to spend,
league.
And no one wants to try.
This is, you ever see sometimes at halftime, they'll put like 3 babies at center court and see which one makes it to the baseline.
This is the American League. Yeah, you're right.
And none of them make it. It's just that they eventually the horn sounds and whoever's like within 10 feet of the baseline. One of them's in the second row.
Oh my God!
But
you understand what I mean? Like
I understand
when you think about the Yankees, you think about the immediacy and almost like the urgency. They really need to do it this year. You can't just say, well, they've got a window of 3 or 4 years. I can't say that because You don't know what happens with Judge.
But listen, everybody.
He's going to get older.
Everyone. Listen, if you want to look at it that way, to bring the Mets into the conversation, they might be in great shape. Because even though Stearns has done a bad job, the one thing he did do, he didn't give anybody any long-term contracts. So whatever the system is, he could pivot better than a lot of other teams that are stuck in long contracts.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have a Cole contract, a Rodon contract, a Judge contract, where guys are, Fried contract, where I got to do something with this.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I got to shave off $150 million. I'm going to have to do something. I don't know what the rules are going to be.
Got to win
But
now.
Ramona Shelburne was on Carlin today, and I believe Ty Butler was filling in. And of course, she's on the basketball beat, but she knows everything LA.
Ramona's really good. Yeah.
And she's in tune with what's happening with the Dodgers. And the question to Ramona, are the Dodgers now for sale?
They're not for sale. If you ask anyone with the Dodgers or close to Mark, et cetera, they're going to say the Dodgers are not for sale, but the Lakers weren't for sale either. It's not going to stop people from calling if they want to make an offer. Now, I think the Dodgers really aren't for sale, and I think that it would take an unsolicited, really high valuation to even get his attention on selling the Dodgers. You have to remember, he's owned them since 2012. There's a lot more connective tissue and emotional connection to the Dodgers. This is a team he's owned for 14 years and won titles with and won 2 World Series back-to-back. There's been a lot more emotional investment, and I don't think that any offer would come in at the kind of valuation in such a, that would offer him such a profit, et cetera, that he would really take it. Unless somebody really overpaid. I don't know if anyone would come in like that, especially on a baseball team, which is not as profitable or lucrative of a sport right now and is facing a potential lockout. So I just don't see that happening, and I think he stays put with the Dodgers.
Yeah, okay, he could stay put, but they've got it. They're going to have to change the way they operate.
Well, they're going to have to change. And listen, do I think Walter's going to go to prison? No, because billionaires don't go to prison. He could be forced to relinquish his stocks or walk away from the team, and then Major League Baseball would have to take it over until they find a buyer. Here's the problem. I was told by somebody in the know that it's going to be so hard, even though these franchises are worth so much money. If I want to buy the Dodgers, I'm thinking, well, I got a television contract that's worth $1.8 billion. I sell out most of my games. The team's great. I can make money hand over fist. Here's the problem. I don't know what the system is. I don't know how much I'm going to have to spend on payroll. Like, that's part of, the value of a franchise is, am I going to have to pay have a $350 million payroll? Or you tell me there's going to be a salary cap that's $250. All right, that's $100 million of money I'm not going to have to spend. Mm-hmm. Or are you not going to have a cap, and now the value goes down because now I'm going to have to spend upwards of $400 million in order to have the team be competitive because of all these contracts I'm under. Why would you buy would you buy any company not knowing what the payroll was going to be? Would you buy a pizzeria and by the way, we're gonna figure out next year how much you're gonna have to pay the chefs and the waiters and the servers and the cleaners and everything else? Oh well, no, I want to wait and find out what my overhead's gonna be. That's pretty big. I mean, if they have a salary cap of $250 million, I might have to shave $150 million of payroll. How am I going to do that? I don't want to buy into this problem. You play your reindeer games, and then I'll buy.
Your yo-yo reindeer games.
But would you do that, Peter? I need to know what my salary is going to be. How much am I paying these players?
Absolutely.
Because if there's no cap, you think this is going to get any better? Unless they come up with a system, even if you lessen the years on contracts. If you don't govern the spending, somebody might throw in, all right, I'm going to have a $500 million payroll. Steve Coleman, all right, you know what? I played your game for a while now. Now I'm going to start spending
bank,
money.
Take little bank.
So I need to know how much my franchise is valued. Listen, do I think somebody would buy the Dodgers? Yeah, I think somebody would buy the Dodgers, but would they pay?
Don't you think this is
top dollar for it?
This is the story of the Dallas Cowboys. And why they don't dominate the league, because they have a system.
Right.
It doesn't allow them to.
Exactly.
Right? So they dominate the league in other ways. Their business. Right? Jerry has just made a fortune. It's a gold mine, Dallas Cowboys. But they can't buy players and do all the things that the Dodgers do because the system won't let them.
Right.
I mean, they are the most successful, by far, NFL franchise in existence. By far. Right? Weren't they valued at $15 million?
Yeah.
$15 billion?
$15 billion.
So, what he's done, what he's turned that into is the greatest success story in NFL history.
Right.
But they still can't win a Super Bowl because the rules don't let them take all the revenue that they have. Because he is a genius when it comes to what he's done with that brand. But he can't translate it into success because I'm just a big entity that can take over everything because the system won't let him. That's why baseball needs this.
Right, because if they didn't have a salary cap in the NFL, the Jacksonville Jaguars couldn't exist.
Chance.
The Detroit Lions couldn't exist because the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants or the New York Jets, they would have so much of an advantage over. How would Green Bay survive? Even though Green Bay's a national team, it's a small market team, right?
Yeah, owned by the town.
Yeah, so all of a sudden, are they going to be able to have $1 billion payroll? Because Jerry Jones would be like, listen, I'm 82 years old. I need to win a Super Bowl.
I want to win now.
You're seeing how much he's spending now.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. But he's spending a lot, but he still has to play within the rules.
And I think you need to have some rules. It doesn't necessarily have to be a salary cap. There's got to be some rules that come out of the CBA. But I'm telling you, I know how the players work. They take advantage of every little opportunity, and they're going to see this Dodger thing and go, you want us to clean up your mess?
Right.
You created this. You allowed Walter to take over this team and spend money that he didn't have, and now you're telling me it's got to come out of our backs
to
fix the problem? No.
Don, if you're them, the story you tell is how none of this was an issue until the last couple of years. Then all of a sudden, the Dodgers just started spending like crazy. Other than that, it wasn't a major issue. The Yankees hadn't won in years. The Yankees weren't dominating because they outspent everyone, right? So that's the player
they did
argument.
Back in the day.
No. But recently, I'm saying.
No, recently
this wasn't a problem.
Listen, to the fans' dismay, they've been fiscally responsible.
The Astros cheated, right? That's how they won. Like, you think about the different ways you look at all the champions, and you can make that case. Like, the league wasn't being dominated by the big spenders,
right?
But then these guys come along, and now everybody's got to catch up. So not only does the Dodgers spending raise the number, but the other big market teams now feel I got to spend to keep up with them, and that creates the major imbalance that you see spending wise.
I'm going to bring up something that needs to be brought up.
Oh, okay.
And it'll come up after our list because it's 4:30.
You got one?
I've got the list.
Love it.
You feel good about it?
And it's in theme of ESPN's 25th anniversary, which will be on September 3rd. ESPN New York, by the way.
Got it.
ESPN New York and MSG Network are joining forces.
Big news, Jazz hands.
Start your mornings with DiPietro and Rothenberg, live on the MSG Network. Then stick around for Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, live on MSG every afternoon.
We are beyond excited to start simulcasting on MSG Networks.
So think about this for a quick second. You got us in the morning 6 to 10. You got our afternoon show 3 to 7. And then right after that, you're talking Knicks, you're talking Rangers.
Oh, yeah. You wake up, you pop it on again, and there we are, waiting for you. Good morning.
ESPN New York and MSG Network, together like never before. It all starts Tuesday, September 8th.
When care matters most, experience matters more. The Allure Group is redefining rehabilitation and long-term care across New York with 6 convenient locations. Their expert clinicians create personalized care plans to help you recover, rebuild, and get back to what matters most. From short-term rehab to long-term care, Allure is committed to comfort, dignity, and results. To learn more, visit allurecare.com. The Allure Group, where care meets compassion.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
You're in charge of ordering boxes. Small boxes, really big boxes. You're in charge of tape, labels, mailers, bubble wrap, extra bubble wrap, just for fun. You're in charge of warehouse cleaning and safety supplies. Good thing there's Uline. Thousands of quality products for your business and warehouse needs, always in stock, ready to ship same day, and backed by Uline's legendary 24/7 customer service. Uline makes it easy because you already do enough. Uline, we warehouse for you.
The 2026 U.S. Open Tennis Championships are back.
where the world's greatest city meets the world's greatest tennis players. Fan Week begins August 23rd. Experience the Mixed Doubles Championship on the 25th and 26th. And the U.S. Open Singles Championship starts Sunday, August 30th. All tickets on sale now at usopen.org. The U.S. Open. Spectacular awaits.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hey, it's Peter Rosenberg. This summer, I made a decision. Instead of just living with my pain, I wanted to find out what was actually causing it. That's why I went to see Dr. Jay Shah at Samwell Pain. What I liked right away was his approach. He takes the time to understand what's going on and builds a treatment plan that's right for you without jumping straight to surgery. If you're dealing with back pain, neck pain, sciatica, or joint pain, it's worth having the conversation. With offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, getting care is convenient no matter where you are. Go to samwellpain.com to learn more or schedule an appointment.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. Mets game wrapped up not too long ago over at Citi Field, and lots of happy fans making their way over to the Bronx-bound Whitestone Bridge. Packed ride on the expressway northbound from right after the stadium and Northern Boulevard. Still want to stay away from Rockaway Boulevard over on the Nassau-Queens border. Everything's shut down earlier this afternoon. An overturned tanker truck with a fuel spill blocked there between Brookville Boulevard and the Nassau Expressway. Inbound George, a great ride for both the upper and lower decks. Only easy way to the outbound George, Henry Hudson, Cross Bronx westbound, crawling from the Bruckner on through. Outbound Lincoln Arena about 10 to 15 minutes. Outbound Hona, 20 to 30-minute ride. This report is sponsored by RockAuto.com. Grinding and squealing are signs it's time for new brakes. Skip the hassle of searching for the right parts and shop RockAuto.com. Find trusted name parts at a lower price and have them shipped directly to your door. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. Find the Children is a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted car. Call 1-800-294-0222. You'll receive the maximum tax deduction and we provide fast, free pickup. Call 1-800-294-0222. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Call 1-800-294-0222. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46, and I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
You just made the list, buddy.
This is The List with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Brought to you by the Allure Group.
Well, keeping in theme with the 25th anniversary of ESPN New York, as I lost my headsets.
Oh, no. And plug that in. There you go.
Stick it right in there.
Right in there. Come on, you can do it. Fit it right in there.
The problem is I have to fiddle with it to get it to work.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. Which,
that's how you
listen,
listen.
58 years old.
At least it works.
As long as you get it to work.
Attaboy.
Oh, boy.
Time now for the list brought to you by the Allure Group. All right. The top 5 most whack remotes.
Most whack
in
remotes.
The history of ESPN New York.
This is
number 1. We all know, Don on the side of the road by Giant Stadium.
I've got that at 3.
3. Oh, I think you were going to say it didn't make the list.
Number 3, it was we actually did it twice, but the one that I always talk about.
You have the LT? We need LT.
Is the Giant Panther playoff game. I did a remote with Paul Dottino. We weren't allowed to be in the footprint of MetLife, or at the time Giant Stadium, because that was 2005, because we weren't the rights holders. But we wanted to be there, and Paul had to be close because Paul had to cover the game, and Paul doesn't miss it. I don't think he's missed a down in his life. Paul Dottino is 60 if he's a day. He has not missed a Giant down in his 60 years.
Big energy guy, too.
Love Paul.
Yep.
So he had to be close. So our our transmitter at the time was off of Route 3. So we were literally on the shoulder of the exit ramp, Route 3 to the Meadowlands.
Damn it.
And
that was the day you taped the LT call, right?
That's when I taped the LT call, and that's when I found out they didn't edit out.
You have that LT call over there by any chance,
the problem and everything. If that ever leaves the system.
It's Don LaGreca. How are you?
All right, fine, Don. How's happened to you?
No, it's doing real well. Now, tell me, how much of the Giants have you been able to watch this year?
Actually, I don't watch a whole lot. I've seen them several times.
All right, thanks, LT.
Now, I wanted to start over.
I've seen him several times.
And I was a mess.
Don't watch a whole lot.
But John Winthrop, who was the producer of that
like I said, this sounds good.
Never
Which, by the way,
edited it out.
that was a telling sign for things to come in terms of how we view things.
So let's make him the program. All right.
Now, number 1, I apologize. Number 1.
Just one other thing, and then there was traffic, and Scott Gomez jumped out of the car in traffic and said hello. So that was like a nice highlight.
Oh, yeah, this is Scott.
But you would describe that as a whack remote.
That's a whack remote. Now, number 1 has to be between Citi Field and the Arthur Ashe Stadium, with things blowing around and you having to go inside the car. That's got to be number 1.
That has to be.
I have it at number 2.
Oh, my God.
Where we were, again, not allowed to be in the footprint of, I think it was Shea at the time.
Okay, it was Shea.
So if you remember, like you get off the 7 train, you've got that like
the
boardwalk
bridge
to get to. Mm-hmm. So that's where we were.
Up on the bridge.
Up on the bridge.
On the boardwalk, if you will.
And
by the boardwalk.
And we had this was prior to the elaborate desk that we had with everybody's name that we do for the remotes now. Before, they invested in an elaborate tent. So we were under a tent that said The Michael Kay Show,
nice.
ESPN New York. I think we were 1050 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then the wind blew.
Oh, no.
And it fell on top of us. Rain comes down.
The sea was angry that day, my friends.
What do we do?
It's got to be over. You got to go home.
Yeah, just close. It's just the show.
Whoever's in the studio, run something from National. We'll figure it out.
Didn't have a van. What we had was a Hummer.
Sorry?
The ESPN Hummer.
We did?
Yeah, we had a Hummer.
It's a good thing.
Which we eventually gave away. We eventually gave it away. But you had to turn the key if the car started. And that was actually another whack remote, but it's not in the top 5, where we gave it away at Great Adventure while Michael was doing his broadcast from Yankee Stadium. Terrific stuff.
What a great idea that was.
So we had to finish the show in the Hummer. But it was me and Joey because at 6 o'clock, Michael leaves to go do the game. So I'm doing the show inside the Hummer
sitting
with Joey Salvia.
In a truck.
So that's number 2.
That's number 2. Whack remotes. So
number 1.
Transmitter 3.
So am I forgetting something big?
No, you're not. I'm taking some liberties with it. So you're not going to think about it. Because it's technically a remote, but it wasn't a remote that any of us were at. Just Michael.
Just Michael? The Yankee Parade?
No. That wasn't really remote.
Okay.
But, no. Well, let's see.
Oh,
Well, give us 4 and 5.
Yeah, okay.
I
Give us 4 and 5.
I don't want to hear number 1 yet.
All right. So number 4 was, again, Jets camp in Hofstra.
Oh.
No Michael because he's at Yankee Stadium.
Once again.
Just me and Joey Salvia. Unfortunately, timing was wrong. We did 4 hours in front of an empty field and never got a jet. But we did it from Hofstra.
So you just said all day, hey, we're out here at Jets camp.
Right,
not
because the show started at 3.
No Sanchez.
Practice ended at 2.
Rex.
This is like pre-Sanchez.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Well, we didn't get Jay
Pennington?
Fiedler. Right?
No Jay Fiedler.
So practice ends at 2. We get there. Everybody's gone. Not a fan, not a player. But what they did have, a couple of tents over from us, was a post barbecue for the people that did go to practice.
Oh, so you have
with
some food.
listeners and everything.
There you go.
That's nice.
Upside.
So, yeah, you would think, right?
Yeah.
So Joey and I, between breaks, we're like, all right, so we get in line, pile up some nice barbecue. They had some ribs,
Beautiful.
some.
You remember the food? Big moment for you.
It was what's the other thing? I don't
Wings?
eat it much. No, wings, but I can't.
Ribs?
He said
ribs.
ribs.
I said ribs.
He said ribs.
Potato salad.
Yeah, sure.
All right. It's barbecue.
Yeah.
Brisket.
Oh,
That's what-
I love brisket.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Big
And it was
brisket.
one of those things where you really had to test the paper plates, right? You know,
Yeah,
it's-
that's a heavy plate.
Yeah.
Somebody from the Jets comes over
Oh, no.
while we're scoffing the food down and says,
Oh, no.
that food's not for you.
Oh, no.
And I said, no, we're from ESPN Radio, and we're doing it. So, no, that's not for you. Took our plates away from us and threw it in the garbage in front of us.
Oh, no.
That cannot. Wait. Who did this?
Yeah,
And why didn't you beat them dead?
Yeah, we
And
need
why didn't you beat them
we
dead?
need a name.
One of the reasons I didn't beat them dead was because it was a woman.
Okay.
She
All right.
took food.
So it was a big
Threw
misunderstanding,
it in
and
the
apologies were sent our way.
But no,
days
you know
later.
what?
Oh,
sorry.
no.
So, that's exactly right, Maya.
Clown show. Sorry doesn't fix the lamp, though, because no matter who you were.
Why do you throw it out?
Right.
Like
no
she's
matter
punishing you.
No matter
That's stolen food.
Right. No matter who you
What
were.
is this?
It was a barbecue for a lot of people.
Oh.
Right.
Who could you have been? You made it into camp. You didn't wander through off the street. You got through security.
You can't get
isn't
to that
open
area.
to
I mean, I have a
everybody.
pass around my neck.
Right. So what was she thinking in thinking I need to throw this in the garbage? What is wrong with this
She
person?
was so angry at you that she
at
threw
the
it
least.
out. Right
And
in front of you.
sometimes these people have to do what they're told. So what the right thing would have been, you come over.
You ask a question.
Is it, where are you guys from? From ESPN Radio. Well, listen, unfortunately, this food is not for you. So don't go back.
Yeah,
It's
just-
an awkward situation.
Yeah, just
Who is it for, by the way?
It was
for listeners or something? Or,
yeah,
I mean,
but it was
fans?
more affiliated with the Jets, but there were ESPN people there. But nobody came to our defense. The ESPN sales staff that was there, and I forget who they were, weren't like, they want to make sure that their food wasn't
Again, that hasn't
confiscated.
changed.
But to
that on
throw
brand?
it out right in front of you, not take it away and you wonder what happened to it. Like to throw it out in front of us.
you.
It was
No,
almost
listen.
as if to say,
By the way, I
"You
love
pieces of trash."
by the way, a lot of things I want to say because there have been a couple of things said here today that would have that don't paint John in the best light. I love John, but by the way, that would have been the same too. God bless him. If John read a remote and he saw someone take our plates and throw them in the garbage,
Well, you shouldn't have eaten.
he would pull a Seinfeld and just quietly go, "Well, that's a shame."
Yeah,
well,
you shouldn't have
he
eaten.
would have done whiny bee.
While he's holding
the
his
gift-
No, he would be like, "That's a
Oh,
shame."
Well,
That's a real shame on him.
the meme or the GIF, whatever it is, in social media where Homer Simpson goes into the bush.
Yeah, John would do that. All right, so that's 4.
That's
All right, that's
4.
four.
What's
Four's
5?
a doozy.
Number 5 was, and again, I'm not going to mention the salesperson. God love him. He said, "I got an idea.
So what did Pete do?
You do the Ranger pre and post.
All right.
It wasn't Pete.
All right.
Love Pete Doherty. So shout
Okay,
out
it was
to him.
not Pete.
Yes, shout
What
out.
did Vinny have to do?
So they said, "Listen, what we're going to do is
Naming names.
we were able to sell you doing the Ranger post game. So the Rangers were home.
Great.
I'll do the post game instead of doing it in the arena. I'm going to do it at Brother Jimmy's, which was right across the street.
I don't hate this on
Upside.
concept.
So the Ranger fans come out.
Right, you're
Love
talking
Brother
up the
Jimmy's.
game. You're having a little beat.
And-
Again, back to barbecue.
To go. What
always
somebody
food.
failed to mention,
Go ahead.
because there were 2 floors. The top floor is where they put me.
Yeah.
So this is not necessarily ESPN's fault. I put it on Brothers Jimmy's, and it's since been closed.
Okay.
And maybe this is one of the reasons. It was a big ACC bar. And on that night, North Carolina was playing Florida State in a college basketball game.
Oh, boy.
So the last thing the 150 people on the second floor wanted was the sound of their game to be turned down so I can go, yo, Rangers, whatever. To the point, people were throwing bottles at me. I had to sign off. They were going to attack. They were throwing things at me.
Wait. You had to sign off?
Because I don't want to get hit by a beer bottle.
Wait,
Do you think they supplied security for me? There was almost a riot.
Wait, hold on.
I had to sign off.
I don't think How is this not number one?
This should be number one.
Wait, what is going to be number one? You were nearly violently attacked.
4 and 5 feel a lot better
I agree.
than 2, 3.
So far, your ranking is off.
Yeah, you're
okay. Let's hear what one is.
Oh,
maybe
my God. Throwing bottles at you?
Yeah.
You had to sign off. How early did you sign off?
Did you run out of the building? Did you have to,
Yeah, it was bad. Because, listen, listen, it's not right to throw bottles at people.
No.
But would you want your game turned down?
No. Henrik Lundqvist, 33 saves. Oh!
For something, listen, they're college basketball fans. The last thing they cared about was Ranger hockey.
No, for sure.
Not on that day. Wow.
All right, so what's number one then?
Tell you what, though, before he says number one, this man's been through a lot.
I've been through a lot.
This guy's got scars.
It does make you understand a little bit more of the insight.
Yeah.
It gives you insight into what's going on in the psyche.
If why he reacts.
There are certain times when Don, how do we say, doesn't necessarily react positively to news that's brought our way.
Yeah.
And this gives you...
He's the prophet of doom.
Some would say he's the prophet of doom.
That's because I've literally seen it all.
See, that's the thing, though. Do you notice? Unless something crazy happens at one, I'm not a part of one of these. These are all
pre-Peter.
Yeah, this is early era.
Yeah. I gotta
was
say
any
that,
of mine even in the running?
No, because, Peter, I got to tell you that you represented the buttoned-up era of ESPN.
Yeah.
Your hiring was actually one of the smart things.
Right. It was when something good actually started happening. So I missed the repug.
All right.
So number one.
All right. Yankee Stadium.
Worst remote in the history of the station.
It's Yankees-Mets. Yankee Stadium.
Oh.
Michael is doing the show from the booth.
This is security attempting to kick you out?
Mark Chernoff said you're not allowed to be in the booth. Mike Thompson, who's our program director at the time, says he's not leaving. And Mark Chernoff goes, well, I'm going to call the police. And Mike Thompson's like, good, call them. Then come the police. They're going to drag Michael out. Mike Thompson's looking at it as, great. Michael K gets dragged out of Yankee Stadium. He thought it was like a publicity. Meanwhile, Michael's like, wait a minute, I don't want to get handcuffs put on me. Needless to say, I think if my memory serves, I think I picked up the show from back in the studio and we finished up because they were going to drag him out. They were going to put handcuffs on him. And Mike Thompson's like, yeah, do it. You'll look like asses if Michael K gets dragged out. But Michael K didn't want to get dragged out, and that's a good thing.
Well, it's a good thing by Michael, but it's Michael leaving Thompson out to dry. Because Thompson had a plan. He said this is going to be something.
What would you do?
Well, no, I know not on my watch.
What kind of street? You think the street cred you could have gotten the viral moment?
That's the thing. That's 1, 2, 3. Let's be good.
Yeah, but I don't
the tattletales over at the other station.
But no, honestly, in defense of Michael, he's also the Yankee announcer.
Well,
he needs to work that night.
So he's got another job. I don't think he wanted to miss the game. Sitting in a jail cell in the Bronx.
Question. If Kay slips out, let's say you were in the booth with him doing the show, and you're like, just you leave, and so Kay disappears. You're there, and they call the police and they come for you. You're doing that, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going.
You're putting your hands behind your back and you're going. Sorry, boys, I had a show today.
By the way, though,
that'd have been
if
heroic.
That happened, I just want to say what I do know about the radio station. If that were to happen.
Not bail.
No. We'd be getting hauled off in handcuffs, and we go amazing press. I can't wait to look for the pictures. Where are the cameras? And Jake Montgomery be taking a picture of something else down the street, and there's not one camera showing.
Jake Montgomery.
They said we said Jake. They said sorry. We sent Jake elsewhere.
I wouldn't have done that to Jake, but I would have done this. I thought what you were going to say is this is what I was thinking. The headline would have been.
Former K co-host arrested.
Yeah.
Well, that's of course goes that
dragged out.
No, Don, number one,
and the photo wouldn't be you.
Picture of K.
It'd be Michael.
All right, you know what? Maybe I'm a little too close to it. Let's re-rank them.
I'm going to re-rank.
Yeah.
Number one is you almost getting killed at the college bar.
Oh my God, yes.
Number two is the barbecue getting thrown away in your face. I belive
that might be one.
It is unprecedented. People have had things thrown at them before.
And the woman took it from him and threw it out in front of him.
I venture to say everybody's had something thrown at them. Nobody ever had something like that happen.
Danger,
Can you imagine the unmitigated gall?
Yeah, no, that story, it is unmitigated gall. That story is great, too, because remember, it also includes the fact that they showed up to do a live broadcast from camp and missed all of camp. So you can't forget that part.
And now you can't eat. You get no players. You get no food.
3 is side of the road LT, because just the idea that you're literally pulled over on the side of the turnpike is insane.
4 is in the Hummer.
4 is the Hummer from Joey Salvia.
And I think the
I think from's the wrong word.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I used the wrong preposition. And 5.
The Hummer with
5
Joey
is gay?
5 is what?
5's the almost getting arrested, but not getting arrested.
Because, 5 is the almost getting arrested.
Because it didn't happen.
Jacob, you got Harvey, you got the re-ranking of the 5.
There you go.
For the social media
That's
aspect.
a fun list.
For the 25th anniversary of ESPN, I wanted to reminisce some of the worst days of my life.
I love what you just did. Thank you for what you've done for our country.
And you got to feel pretty good, Peter, that you and don't.
Missed
this is
all
the one
of it.
time you're not insulted that you weren't included.
Happy to have missed. Because I never had. Listen.
Don't you feel now like motivated?
I went to somewhere. I'm like, this wasn't my favorite remote. It's kind of dead, or I wouldn't have done it in this room.
But who are you taking out for a bad remote you were?
No, none of them.
No.
For that, nothing.
No.
Well, that was the list, and it's brought to you by the Allure Group.
Sure is.
Allure Group. We care. Where care meets compassion.
That's
it right. Where care meets compassion. We got some football to do. 1-800-919-3776. It's Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. We're taking you up until 7 o'clock. That's right, on ESPN New York.
ESPN New York and MSG Network are joining forces.
Big news, Jazz hands.
Start your mornings with DiPietro and Rothenberg, live on the MSG Network. Then stick around for Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, live on MSG every afternoon.
We are beyond excited to start simulcasting on MSG Networks.
So think about this for a quick second. You got us in the morning 6 to 10. You got our afternoon show 3 to 7. And then right after that, you're talking Knicks, you're talking Rangers.
Yo, yeah. You wake up, you pop it on again, and there we are, waiting for you. Good morning.
ESPN New York and MSG Network, together like never before. It all starts Tuesday, September 8th.
Tricon Construction is growing across New Jersey, delivering larger, more complex commercial projects with the precision today's developers expect. Because when the timelines, capital, and reputation are all on the line, you need more than a contractor. You need a true construction partner. Tricon brings experienced leadership, disciplined project management, and a team built around accountability and execution. From planning to completion, they build with purpose, professionalism, and pride. For serious commercial projects, build with Tricon. Visit triconbuilds.com. That's triconbuilds.com.
There are a million reasons to love New York. Making your budget stretch isn't one of them. According to an independent study, Amazon prices average 14% lower than other retailers. Get food, fashion, furniture, and more shipped straight to your building. Plus, another study found Amazon Prescription Pass customers pay nearly 1/3 less out of pocket. Learn more at aboutamazon.com.
Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877 Cars for Kids to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to carsforkids.org now or call 877 Cars for Kids to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
It's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. Right now, Pella Windows and Doors of New Jersey is offering buy one, get one 40% off windows and doors and no payments, no interest for 24 months. Some restrictions may apply. See local showroom for details. Offer ends August 31st, 2026.
Hey, it's Wendy here. Are you looking to rebound from your high-interest credit card debt? A SoFi personal loan could help. Consolidate your debt with a SoFi personal loan into one low monthly payment, and you could save money on interest over time. And with as soon as the same day funding, you could hit the ground running ASAP. Apply today with no fees required at SoFi.com/debt rebound. Loans originated by SoFi Bank. NA member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891. Fast funds terms apply at SoFi.com/debt rebound.
Congratulations, New York. The Knicks did it. Through battle after battle, they dominated to become this year's NBA champions. Day in and day out, the hard work paid off, and you were there every step of the way. Enjoy the crown. Own it, because this year is your year. A part of your legacy that will never be forgotten. So celebrate this moment, show your pride, and shop the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Alan Hahn a little taken aback by the fact that Kodai Senga's walk-up music,
come on, man,
is "Beat It" by Michael Jackson. He is now the new closer of the Mets, as he's found a new home doing that, and he comes out to that.
All right,
and I was there at the time, Peter, because I was there Sunday and he closed the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not a big Michael Jackson guy, and I don't particularly love that song, but it was kind of cool when he came out to it.
I love Michael Jackson. That's not one of my favorite songs, but it's not a bad song. And I have no problem with, hey, look, closers have their thing. They're trying to make Senga something. Now they figured out maybe he's better off as a closer, and maybe it's going to work, and that's great if they discovered that. That's not the issue I have. The issue is, and anybody that has followed me when I talk about the Mets is going to know what's coming next. The issue is that you show some kind of a cool beginning because – Beat It does have a cool start to it, a sound, right?
Yeah.
And then they show him coming out of, the bullpen. And then the minute the guitar part begins, they show Dopey Mr. Met and the dancers around him. Why is he on the screen? Just keep it on your closer. What are we doing? Why does everything have to eventually, hurry up, cut to Mr. Met dancing? Because it just takes something that could be a nice, tough, aggressive moment and makes it
goofy.
But
the only thing I'll disagree with, and I think you actually do agree, you were trying to be nice.
What's that?
It started with it even being "Beat It."
But the beginning of "Beat It" has that there.
There is. You know what? That is true. That part sort of works as a thing.
It's almost like
telling
the
you,
Hell's
once it gets to the down,
and that's when they show Mr. Met, though. That's the problem.
Well, he's already.
But he's pretty
By
much
what point is he at the pitcher mound?
He's not at the mound. He's running in. But
no, but at what point in the song? At what point in the song?
I'm telling you.
Can you play it, Jacob?
No, I watched the video. All of that is him running in. When it goes to the part where they just do the chord,
then they cut.
But there's Mr. Met with a guitar, like doing his goofy face.
We're talking about two
these are two things,
you
but both relevant.
The number one thing is, even though I'm not a fan of "Beat It" or Michael Jackson.
That sounds so crazy every time.
Why would you say
it's
that?
like it's almost like
Out
he's
loud,
like not saying he doesn't like.
on
It's like
air.
It's like saying you don't like air.
Right.
Well, no. It's like I don't like ocean or chocolate cake. It's you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. It's
like why wouldn't you say I'm not
really
a fan?
enjoy a sea breeze at all.
Not a fan.
No, not a fan.
Has now become like pejorative. Like I don't like him.
No, but that is what it is.
It's not. I didn't say I didn't say if I hate something, I'll say I hate Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
I didn't say
but Michael
I'm not a fan. Like I've never
not a fan
bought
is
his
not the
music.
problem. It's just
there's a couple of songs. I am not a. All right, how about that? I'm not a big fan of Michael Jackson.
Okay,
I'm not God.
Yeah.
But that still
insulted a deity.
Still feels a little bit insulting.
No, I don't care.
I know. I'm trying to explain how it sounds. Hold on.
I'm not a big fan. So if he was still alive and hated me, I'd be like, all right, whatever. Get out of the room.
But you have to accept that. Is my point. You have to accept, but it is meant to be a negative, and it's giving negative.
So this is showing something on the screen, right? There's some kind of logo, and then they open the door. He comes out.
He's coming out
jogging
now.
And
out.
It's cool.
It's got a little beat, right? And now now let's cut to Mr. Met and the dancers because here he is with his guitar.
3, 2, 1,
go.
And now it's Mr. Met time.
And now it's just Mr. Met time. It's no longer about
it's a bad
our
choice.
closers coming in to lock you down.
Luther's the guitar player
gone.
there. And then you've got Eddie Van Halen did the
the end, right? Does a solo.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not even being a fan of Michael Jackson because that has nothing to do with Michael Jackson. Well, he didn't play guitar.
No, but it's his song. I mean,
I understand it's his song. That. I'm just trying to make the point.
I don't love the song
either.
That
even though I'm not a big fan of Michael Jackson, and I, in particular, don't like Beat It.
Right.
I still think it's a cool intro song for singing. I was there, and it was kind of cool.
Up until the part with Mr. Met.
But here's where the Mets really, there needs to be an intervention.
I agree.
Because with the Timmy trumpet, that was awesome. But then if you went to the game, they'd always cut to Mr. Met playing the trumpet. The intervention is this, and this is coming from a Met fan, and I get it. The kids love it. When I take the kids to the Devil games, I always try to get NJ Devil to come by. I'm not telling you to get rid of Mr. Met. He's a part of the fabric of the Mets. He has been a part of the Mets from the beginning. All right, he has been on the media guides when they first started. It was a choice they made, and they own it. But you don't have to make him a part of every damn thing you do.
Right.
All right?
He can be there.
He's there.
He's part of it.
At the end of the game, he rides the unicycle. Not the unicycle. What do you call them? There's two. The bike. The tandem bike with Mrs. Met. And they wave the flag. Good. The people there in the building get it. Every once in a while, you want to put him on the TV screen. I get it. He's a part of the fabric of the team. But it's gotten out of hand, man. Like, all right, Senga's coming in. The Mets are about to try to win a game, and you got to make him part of it. He's playing a guitar or the trumpet for Timmy Trumpet. Or then you get the stupid thing when Steve Gelbs is telling you that Mendoza got fired, and then Mr. Met's got to dance behind him. I'm telling you, this is coming from a fan. You've got to wean off the Mr. Met. You got to pick your spots.
I agree.
He's really cool. I get it. But in a lost season where you're trying to piece some things together, you can't literally have the face of your franchise be Mr. Met. You got to stop. Let him be there with the kids. Have fun. Pop him on every once in a while. He's way too much a part of this thing, man. It just becomes a joke. Because 80% of your fan base is like, all right, enough. The kids love it. Great. But when Senga's established himself as a closer, Steve Gelbs is trying to break news, we don't need to dance in Mr. Met as if like he's vital to everything that's going on.
You're saying it exactly right. He should be a part of the Mets. It's okay to have fun. Mr. Met is great.
But stop making it about you.
But it's not all the time. They have to pick you got to pick your spots. And I also want to go back and say it again. I still am upset about the Beat It choice. Yeah. Billie Jean would actually be cooler. Billie Jean would actually work way better.
No, but I don't.
They would work way better. It's just
I don't know how.
I know that you're saying the
save and trying to decide who's the father of this child has to do with a save.
Well, what is beat it?
You beat it. You're trying to beat the other team.
Is that even?
No one wants to be defeated.
No one wants to be defeated. It's just. Because they don't get to the music anyway, right? It's just the music.
All it is,
but everybody knows it's an iconic song. But everybody knows what song it is.
We know what they're going for. They're going for the first couple of notes. It's the Hell's Bells.
Right.
It's all the stuff that has that beginning where it just, if you play just the beginning, that can have a little bit of raise your, the hairs on the back of your neck kind of thing.
Yeah.
But then when then it's time to get out of it.
Then you got to get out.
You got to get out.
Couldn't we edit
and when you go to Mr. Met, now you're sitting there and you're like, you're all fired up, and now it's like, oh, now we just made it goofy.
Yeah.
It's not cool anymore.
That's when
Timmy Trumpet was the same thing. Timmy Trumpet had this triumphant attack kind of mode to it.
Cool.
And then you show Mr. Met with the plastic trumpet, and you're like, all right, now it's silly. It's not fun anymore.
We were trying to be tough. We were trying to have a little bit of a tough.
We can't be tough. We're not allowed to be tough.
And then I just can't help but think about the Beat It video, like the faux gangster fighting in the subway. The whole Bad and Beat It.
Apparently those were real.
Both. I know.
Which is
you
even
watch
crazy.
The movie, I mean, but the faux fighting, I just can't.
Where they tie up the wrists.
They don't do this part right.
But I think the beginning makes sense. Like Enter Sandman, you never get to the Off to Neverland part. Everybody knows what the song's about. But you play the beginning. It rocks for some, not for me, but I get it.
Not a fan.
just he can't help.
I'm
doesn't like
sorry.
Enter Sandman either.
It's like I've got opinion diarrhea. I can't stop but have an opinion on every damn thing I say. I'm sorry.
Because the story didn't need. Here's the interesting part. The story never needed his "I'm not a fan."
No,
we all knew what beat it was.
He needs you to know, though.
And then
he qualifies.
Then if we come at him and we go, "Wow,"
he
goes, "Well, what are you coming to me for?" Well, you're the one who's had to
but
say,
I wanted to accentuate the part that even as a non-fan of Michael Jackson, I still think Senga coming out to beat it's cool. So I'm accentuating how cool it is. I'm not just a fan saying, "Oh, I love Michael Jackson. So of course I'm going to love it."
It's validation. What happened? What do we? What?
Nothing for the air.
All right, fair enough.
But I'm just confused.
Are you okay? What happened?
Nah, just I'm just saying that.
Let's take a break. Should we take a break?
Wait, quickly though. We all agree though that there's too much Mr. Met. Too much.
Yes, we like Mr. Met.
I think there should be an intervention.
I like chocolate cake. I can't have it for breakfast, dinner, and dessert. Okay, you got to pick your battle.
And then your wedding photo is your wife with a piece of chocolate. Don Hahn and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
ESPN New York and MSG Network are joining forces.
Big news, Jazz hands.
Start your mornings with DiPietro and Rothenberg live on the MSG Network. Then stick around for Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live on MSG every afternoon.
We are beyond excited to start simulcasting on MSG Networks.
So think about this for a quick second. You got us in the morning 6 to 10. You got our afternoon show 3 to 7. And then right after that, you're talking Knicks, you're talking Rangers.
Yo, yeah. You wake up, you pop it on again, and there we are, waiting for you. Good morning.
ESPN New York and MSG Network, together like never before. It all starts Tuesday, September 8th.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets, so go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Congratulations to the New York Knicks. They are the 2026 NBA champions. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
My dad is bringing home the best birthday cake ever.
It was my 5th birthday, and my dad was bringing home the cake.
Should have been here a half hour ago.
The cake never made it, and neither did my dad.
911, what's your emergency?
That was the day a drunk driver killed my dad.
Daddy?
Impaired drivers take lives. Think.
Sponsored by the New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee. Aired in cooperation with the New York State Broadcasters Association.
And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Thanks, guys. Definitely want to stay away from Rockaway Boulevard over by the Nassau-Queens border and JFK. Everything's shut down between the Nassau Expressway and Brookville Boulevard. Earlier this afternoon, an overturned tanker truck. He spilled fuel all over the roadway. Cross Bay Boulevard, a good alternate heading through the area. Slow crawl on the BQE eastbound right before Broadway and Queens. Broken down car in the right lane. That is you backed up into Brooklyn. Best ride to the outbound George Henry Hudson. Second choice West Side Highway northbound. Some slowdowns from the 70s. Inbound George in great shape for both the upper and lower decks. Outbound Lincoln already about 20 to 30 minutes. Outbound Hahn close to a half hour. This report is sponsored by RockAuto.com. A bent tire rod can quickly bring a drive to a halt. For the parts needed to get back on the road, visit RockAuto.com. Find a wide selection of quality parts at reliably low prices. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by tax relief advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-9087. 800-575-9087. That's 800-575-9087 or simply visit tra.com.
.504 in the big city. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg with you.
See, this is the walkout music right here. You want to walk out? You want to intimidate people? You walk out like you don't give a damn about what's going on right
by the
now.
way, not to get too inside baseball.
All right.
But we are going to have to talk about what the intro of our show looks like in the MSG era.
Oh, you're right.
Where music is like supposed to.
Not allowed.
We'll have to make original.
Yeah.
Music.
Well, you're the DJ.
I know. We'll have to talk to
Can
someone.
you cook something up?
I can't, but someone can.
Oh.
Well, since you mentioned that, big news here for New York sports fans.
Really? What
DiPietro and Rothenberg and Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg are coming to MSG Networks starting Tuesday, September 8th. Catch our morning and afternoon show simulcasted across MSG Network's television and digital platforms. You can still catch us on 8:80 a.m. on the ESPN New York app and YouTube, and also more. But you still can catch us on MSG Television. But we are beyond excited to start simulcasting on the MSG Network, which will give our shows an even bigger platform to reach our fans. Don't miss out. It's all starting September 8th on MSG Network. So 6 o'clock in the morning for DiPietro and Rothenberg, 3 o'clock for us, Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. All right, we were just talking about the Mets as they won after losing 5-2. And the Tatis was amazing. He had a home run on the first pitch. Think about that. In the first game of the series, the Mets give up 4 hits in the top of the first inning, don't allow a run. And then the next day, first pitch, Tatis hits a home run. They're up 1-0. He robbed a grand slam from Lindor that with the time would have given the Mets the lead.
He's a show.
He is.
He really
he's the man, dude.
Was it something about him playing in New York too? That he kind of was like, does he have that about him?
That he can play in New York? I think he does.
Just the extra sizzle. Like,
I think he does.
The bigger stage, the more he wants to show out, you know? Because you don't get a lot of what he did. Like, did you see I know there's the one video where he catches it and he does the stare down. Mm-hmm. Did you see, a fan took a video of it and posted on TikTok where he makes the catch,
right,
stands and stares. The crowd doesn't know the ball was in his glove.
Right.
So you hear like a cheer, and then he flips the ball out of the glove into his hand with no expression, and then you hear the groan.
Yeah,
and
was
he
cool.
loved that moment. Like he lived.
No,
for
he
it.
did. But
that was kind of cool.
But Benj again had that great first game. Went 2 for 4 today with a couple of RBIs. Had a home run, his 15th of the year. Stock went 4 1/3. Senga gets the save, although he did allow a couple of hits and give up an RBI. So Mets take 2 out of 3 from the Padres, 4 out of 6 for the season. Padres need these games as they're fighting for a wild card spot. I'm not buying into the Mets are making a run and all that. It's just nice to see the kids are contributing, they're winning games, and it was fun. But we're getting a bit of a reaction from our reaction to Mr. Met and getting mixed reviews on the calls at 1-800-919-3776. Let's start with somebody that disagrees, and that's Charles in New Jersey. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Charles?
Hey, Don, Peter, and Mr. Hahn. How you guys doing today?
Good.
Great. Before I say one thing, Peter, I just have to give you props on that mix you did with Herb Alpert's Rise. I love that.
Oh, I didn't.
And yes, that would be great walk-in music.
There you go. Thank you, man.
No problem. Don, I got to take a little issue with your feelings towards Mr. Met a little bit. Now, it's different from the old days when we used to go to ballparks. It's more of a festival thing now. Okay, that's just the bottom line. And although I agree with you about Mr. Met being present when Gelbs is announcing about Mendoza being let go, the rest of it, I have to say, I think it's all part of the carnival atmosphere that everybody tries to impart in baseball parks now. And I think, it's done for the kiddies and what have you, and it's cute. I mean, I have to let go. I'm not going to smell no more cigar smoke or hear the blue horn being blown throughout the stadium. But, hey, it's different now. It's different now.
I get it, but I just don't want, Charles, the mascot, to all of a sudden become the face of the franchise during a bad season. I'll give you an example. We used to joke around when the Rangers and Knicks were bad that it was almost like the broadcast would make the Garden like part of the. Let's talk about how great the Garden is. Like you're trying to don't look here. It's bad. Look over here. The Garden's iconic. And it's the same thing. Well, the Mets are 7-8 games under 500. Let's look at Mr. Met. All right. You're about to win a game. Senga's coming out. Beat It's playing. The fans are on their feet. I just don't need to Mr. Met be a part of it. I'm not telling you he should go away.
Agree.
But I'm just saying that to have him be part of like everything that's going on, it's like enough.
It's just too much. That's all.
It's just too much. Everybody's got mascots. Believe me, the Devils have a mascot, NJ Devil. He's kind of a big deal. He's the Sports Center commercials. Like every time there's like a mascot thing, he's a part of it. He's kind of a big deal. But I don't feel like every time I look at the Jumbotron, every time I make a move, every time the Devils do something, that he's got to be a part of it. I think there's got to be you got to find a mix. And it's a little bit too much. Happy medium.
Happy medium, as the kids say. And I don't know if kids say that, but you get the idea.
Let's go to Phil in Brooklyn. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Phil?
Don, you're so right. I'm surprised the Mets don't use Mr. Met instead of a position player on a ball. Just put Mr. Met on the mound. It's enough already. I have season tickets. It's enough for Mr. Met already. My God. Enough.
Phil, can Mr. Met play first base? Can he play first base?
Yeah.
Maybe that'll
probably. He probably could. He's better than Polanco, who's on the DL again, by the way. That was a great move. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
It's enough already.
Yeah.
When you go to a Phillies game, Don, you don't see the Philly fanatic after the national anthem. He rides around in that simple little scooter. You don't see him the rest of the game.
That's a great take.
No, matter of fact, Phil, that's the drop the mic take because the Philly fanatic is iconic.
Yes.
All right. But it doesn't have to be a part of every single damn thing you do. The first, because I told you my dad left me the first 4 yearbooks of the Mets because he was a big Met. He'd go to Met games. So I got 62, 63, 64, and 65. The reason I don't have 66 is that's the year he got married. So that's when it all changed. But when he was single, he'd go to the games. Mm-hmm. The first one is got a baby. Hold on a bit because they're new, right? And it's got the National League as like a ball player, like a grown up, and it's the baby. The second one's got Mr. Met on. This 1960, and I get it. They just came off 120 losses. We got to sell something,
the
right?
The whole story was that was the one thing that everybody kind of enjoyed about the Mets because they needed that.
And they were anti-Yankees. The Yankees were very corporate, Wall Street, pinstripes, and the Mets were going to be different. They're going to go after the kids. They knew they were going to be bad early, so let's add a mascot. Let's be quirky and be more family-oriented because we knew we were going to lose games. That's why they hired Casey Stengel. He was done. He was cooked. But, he was a New York icon.
And he was hilarious.
He was going to sell the sport. He was going to be funny. And it didn't matter because no matter, you could have had the greatest manager in the history of sports. They weren't going to win games. All right? So he was like 70 at the time. Bring him out. I get it. But now you're big boys now. You've been around for 60-plus years now. All right? And it's all part of the charm. I get it. I don't want to change it. I like Mr. Met. I like that the apple comes up after the home run. I like that they're different than a lot of the corporate.
That's not a problem.
I like all that stuff.
Yeah.
But you just got to keep it at bay. And don't have it be front and center on everything that goes on because then it just becomes like the caller was trying to defend it. But he's like, carnival atmosphere. I don't want it to be a carnival atmosphere.
No.
I still want it to be about baseball and legitimate baseball and winning and doing things the right way, but with a little twist. That we're a little bit more fun than the other franchises. We get into it and try to be a little bit more quirky and all that. I like that. But when it becomes the thing.
That you're trying to be, like you're trying to have that athlete moment. Like, wouldn't you as an athlete, be a little annoyed that this is like a moment where it's like a real, like, intimidating, aggressive moment for me.
Oh, yeah.
Like, imagine hitting like a walk-off home run, and it's a big moment. Maybe a pitcher was talking trash to you, right? And you're just you're going around the – not a walk-off maybe, just a big home run in the game, and you're about to cross home plate. You know you want to, like, give that pitcher, like, a look and stuff. And then there's Mr. Met behind you, like, da-da-da. Like, it just kills the moment.
You can't.
It's clown shoes is what it is.
Like, the pitcher probably goes, like, look at this moron behind you. Like, come on. They got to tell Mr. Met, whoever's in the out, whoever's in it.
Clown show.
First of all, this is not about you. And second of all, you really need to understand baseball. Because there's certain things that you just know, like, this is for the players.
You mean like if your team is in the middle of a horrible moment and you found injuries are happening, there's just things are not good.
Bad things.
Maybe it's not the time to stand behind the reporter and do the most insane.
You mean while they were eulogizing the manager who was fired?
Oh, sorry, that's what it was.
Don't do that.
When Mendoza's gone that morning, his body's not even cold.
This is almost like when Soto was doing sprints in the outfield before the game yesterday.
Yeah.
If, like, Mr. Met was running next to him.
It's even worse. I think it's worse.
Like, we're trying to shoot Soto running. We need this B-roll for the pregame show, but I got this mascot doing it with him.
Usually you
that's
see.
Someone needs to give better direction.
But it's almost like if it was like a joke on social media. It's like the Mets do that, like the moon landing, and there's Mr. Met walking around on the moon landing, right? JFK gets shot, and there's driving the car is Mr. Met. Like, but it's to that point. Like every time we try to do something, Mr. Met's got to be in the background. There it is.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a bit much.
Listen, it's not the biggest problem. It's just a problem.
No, it's just it is a problem that I'd like to see it resolved. But I do think I like the fun atmosphere. Like, you know what they do at the Met games, too, is that they'll tell you when, like, Lindor's up, his walk-up is My Girl by the Temptations.
Everybody sings.
And they put it up on the Jumbotron. It's like, there are people that don't know the song. And the thing is that they play the beginning. Boom, 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 boom. But now he gets to the plate.
Everybody knows
and
it.
then everybody starts singing, I've got sunshine. And it's cool, you know? Mm-hmm. And I do like that.
I like that.
You know, and Gelbs and the fun that he's having. Like, I do think sometimes the Yankees are just too corporate. Like, every game's a Game 7. Every game's so damn important. It's baseball. It's 162 of them, man. Even if the Mets were good, there'd be times it was like, dude, can we just chill? Can we just sit back and have a beer and watch a game and not have it? Just like the New Jersey Devils bring intensity on the ice, Viking Pest Control brings that same level of protection to your home. And I know this because I use Viking in my own place. The season may be over, but pretty soon it's going to be starting again. Pests are always in play, so it is time to lock in your off-season defense. As the pest control provider and proud partner of the Devils, Viking delivers 45 years of trusted experience to keep ants, cockroaches, stinging insects, rodents, mosquitoes, and more out of your zone. Your local team builds a personalized game plan that actually works, and when you bundle pest control and mosquito services, you score big savings. You got to do something. Because, you know, when you get those hot, humid days, you want to eat outside and you can't because you're getting eaten alive by the mosquitoes and the flies are going in your food. You can get this all taken care of. One company, total peace of mind, Viking Pest Control. Visit VikingPest.com, protecting your home inside and out. 1-800-919-3776. It's always fun to talk to Richard in Manhattan. You're on ESPN New York. Hi, Richard.
Fellas, I can't get used to defensive linemen wearing number 5.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like linebackers wearing single-digit number.
No.
It bothers me.
Awful strong, I think, but it's not normal, yeah.
Don, I got to correct you. Last
Here
week
we
you
go.
said Steve Cohen was 65. He's 70 years old.
I don't.
John Tortorella.
Go ahead.
Is John Tortorella? Has any manager since Yogi Berra was fired, bringing the Yankees Game 7 in 1964, any coach or manager ever hosed like John Tortorella? He takes floundering Vegas 7-0-1 in the last 8 games, goes to the third round, wins 3 rounds, goes to the finals, wins the first game in Carolina, has Game 2 in Carolina. His man hits the crossbar, and then Carolina comes back on a giveaway, ties the score. They change the goalie the next game. Tortorella doesn't change his goalie. He was loyal with. He didn't go back to the guy that won it for them 3 years ago. Stayed with his guy that he was loyal to, and they ended up losing. How can this guy, what's his name, Ryan Craig? He couldn't wait another year. One more year, give John another year.
But here's the thing. And listen, I appreciate. I'm a big John Tortorella fan. Okay, it bothered me as well, but it was all part of the plan. They wanted to make a change. They thought they had a chance to make something happen. Ryan Craig was waiting in the wings. They were not going to throw him in to the postseason. They knew that they wanted him to start fresh. John Tortorella was available. Hey, see if we can squeeze something out of him. That was always the plan. Mm-hmm. He was getting paid by Philadelphia, so why not? You know, Casey, they didn't think he can get it done. Or Cassidy, excuse me. They let Cassidy go. Again, I don't know if John Tortorella was lied to, if he thought he had a chance to win the job. The way I understand it, Alan, that was the plan all along. Come in here, let's try to salvage this season. He makes a run to the final, but the plan always was to give Ryan Craig the job.
Right.
And they give Ryan Craig the job.
It's the same thing as Andy Green. It's the same thing as Andy Green. He's done
for
a
a
nice
different
job,
reason, but yeah.
No, but he's done a nice job.
Mm-hmm.
And you heard Cohen talk about it, but it's been from day one. He knows the players. He knows what buttons to push with some of them. He had a good exchange with Benj today before the home run where he kind of challenged him. But he doesn't really want to manage. This is not what he's doing. He's not managing for his job. The Mets are probably going to have another manager next season. They're going to hire somebody. They have a hiring process for a manager.
Now
it doesn't mean that he But you could say, well, wait a minute. He has them playing well. I think what are they? 2 games over 500 or something like that since he took over, right? Like, it's not like they're on a tear. So, but it's just because it looks better than it did.
There's a plan. And, why not get somebody experienced like John Tortorella? I don't want him to be my full-time coach, but let's put him.
Yeah, let's bring in a guy who might be able to just give us a spark right out of the gate. That's what that was about. I think even John knew that.
Kenny in Queens, you're on ESPN New York.
Kenny.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How you doing?
Good.
Long-time listener, first-time caller. I don't know why Mr. Met inspired me to call in today, but I don't really see anything wrong with the situation. It's not Mr. Met's fault that he gets put on TV in this moment where it should be about Senga coming in for the close. He's just out there trying to entertain. But, I think that...
it's not his fault.
He's just doing his job.
I blame him.
Don't you think it's a bit much?
I blame him. Makes it about himself. Mugs for the camera.
His job is to entertain. It's like who from the TV guys decided, hey, we're going to put Mr. Met in this tense situation
that's my point, Kenny. Nobody is blaming Mr. Met. Mr. Met
Why does he have a guitar in that moment?
But his job...
they're going to put him on camera.
But you know what? But it's the Mets' fault for putting him on the Jumbotron.
That's it.
Like, he could play the guitar, entertain the kids. If you want to look at it, look at it. If you don't want to look at it, don't look at it. I wouldn't even notice it. I never, unless he walks right in front of me, I don't even notice that Mr. Met's there. But they make the decision in the middle of Senga coming in, we're going to cut to Mr. Met playing guitar. He's just doing his job. But why do the Mets feel so obsessed that he's got to be a part of everything they're doing? That's my point.
Yeah, that's where I agree with
It's not his fault. Now, I do blame him for walking behind Gelbs.
That's fair.
That's being tone deaf. All right? But for all I know, they told him to do that. And if they did, bad job out of the Mets. But I think he just got carried away.
The overall thing we're saying, though, the directive here is at the Mets, not at Mr. Met. It's not that Mr. Met's a me guy. He's paid to be a me guy. That's the point of the character. They need to direct him in a way.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Again, and again, this is just one small example of them generally. And listen, just so everyone's clear, Don spent a half hour yesterday waxing, that's a bit much, 15 minutes, waxing poetic about the great time his family had at a game this weekend.
Yeah.
They're doing some things well. The Mr. Met thing, though, just tighten it up a little bit. Baseball's fun. It's supposed to be fun. But serious moments require, in order for the fun parts to be fun, the serious parts have to hit as serious.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it from like if I'm Senga or if I'm, again, if I was Diaz, I wouldn't want that. Like, I'm coming, this is a moment for me. This is a serious moment. I want to be locked in. I want everybody to understand.
What about the new dude who does the split? He might be a good fit
that
to
guy?
have the Met.
He'd love that.
Him and Mr. Met together makes sense.
Yeah.
1-800-919-3776. ENN's coming up at 6 o'clock.
Sure it is.
We want to talk about you, Alan. You had some opinions on the Dallas Cowboys, who are really making a lot of news so far in this.
We got to play who you taking out.
Don Hahn and Rosenberg up until 7 here on ESPN New York.
ESPN New York and MSG Network are joining forces.
Big news, Jazz hands.
Start your mornings with DiPietro and Rothenberg live on the MSG Network. Then stick around for Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live on MSG every afternoon.
We are beyond excited to start simulcasting on MSG Networks.
So think about this for a quick second. You got us in the morning 6 to 10. You got our afternoon show 3 to 7. And then right after that, you're talking Knicks, you're talking Rangers.
Yo, yeah. You wake up, you pop it on again, and there we are, waiting for you. Good morning.
ESPN New York and MSG Network, together like never before. It all starts Tuesday, September 8th.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Hey, Yankees fans! Join us at Yankee Stadium on Friday, August 21st, as the Yankees take on the Toronto Blue Jays. And don't miss Cody Bellinger Bobblehead Night, presented by T-Mobile. The first 18,000 guests through the gates will take home an exclusive Cody Bellinger bobblehead. Get here early, grab the giveaway, and cheer on the Bronx Bombers. Tickets are available now at yankees.com/tickets.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Upgrade your outdoor living space with TimberTech, the #1 brand in premium decking from Rings End. Picture this, a deck that's the highlight of your backyard, turning heads season after season. Now, imagine 20, 30 years later. It's still going strong. And here's the best part. You haven't spent a moment sanding, staining, or sealing it. Visit your local Rings End for the stunning real wood looks of TimberTech decking, paired with the kind of durability that only advanced engineering can deliver. Backed by industry-leading warranties, TimberTech is the decking that performs for decades. Ask for it locally at Rings End.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
There you were, surrounded by fans. Everybody remembers the game. Nobody remembers the guy coughing behind you. Till a few days later, at 2 a.m., you wake up with a fever and your throat's on fire. Now what? Urgent care? Closed. ER? Slammed. Telehealth? Maybe, but the pharmacy's closed. You needed a medical emergency kit. These aren't first aid kits. They contain essential prescriptions used for over 30 common conditions. Sinus and ear infection, UTIs, stomach bugs, traveler's diarrhea, and more on hand before you need them. Use your doctor-developed guidebook to select the right prescription or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's like an urgent care and drugstore at home. When you're sick, traveling, or stranded, you'll wish you'd ordered a medical emergency kit. Order online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. And save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. That's promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
And now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. No relief on the BQE eastbound in Queens. Right before Broadway, still have a broken down car in the right lane with his hood up. Add that to the volume. You're crawling there from the Manhattan Bridge in Brooklyn. Still want to stay away from Rockaway Boulevard over by JFK. Everything blocked between the Nassau Expressway and Brookville Boulevard. Earlier this afternoon, an overturned tanker truck. He spilled fuel all over the roadway. Cross Bay Boulevard, your best bet getting through the area. Inbound George, a quiet ride for both the upper and lower decks. Worst of it to the outbound George, Cross Bronx westbound, solid from White Plains Road on through. Outbound Lincoln Ernie about 20 to 30 minutes. Outbound Holland doing better about 15 to 20. This report is sponsored by RockAuto.com. Grinding and squealing are signs it's time for new brakes. Skip the hassle of searching for the right parts and shop RockAuto.com. Find trusted name brand parts at lower prices and have them shipped right to your door. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Progressive presents ways to save money that aren't bundling your home and auto insurance with Progressive.
Thanks again for taking me to the game, man. I can't wait to get in there. By the way, what's in the bag?
Oh, I bring my own hot dog and peanuts. Saves a ton.
Savvy. And what about the beach chairs?
Why buy seats when you can save big and bring your own?
We can't get in without tickets.
Tickets? What do you think the portable TV is for?
Don't save money pretending to go to the game. You could save hundreds by switching to Progressive. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
John's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, where he can get a battery for under $100. Lonnie, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge. And Lonnie does that for free too. In no time at all, John is back on the road. Ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
I'm saying though, this could work though with the lights hitting to this. It could be pretty good.
He'd have to moonwalk out.
You got to moonwalk at some point, but
that'd be kind of sick.
And you've got so much time with it because.
But then his walk to the mound would have to be like the step.
It's just such a better song.
Well, the beat's good.
I think walk up for an at bat to me is just what your favorite song is, or what like. I always wanted it to be. I shouldn't say always because the song came.
Another one that Lombard's killing with it, by the way. Lombard's been coming out to to "We Gon' Make It" by Jadakiss.
Yeah,
so he's killing it with that too.
That.
But I would come out to like whenever there's like the softball or they ever do something with the walk up. They actually did it when I did the commencement speech. Oh. They gave me a walk up to the podium.
Right.
And my go to is always "Freedom" by Rage Against the Machine.
Love that.
It's not so much the theme of the song, but like if you play the beginning, if you can, Jacob, "Freedom" by Rage Against the Machine.
I'm proud to be an American.
No, I'm not making any kind of.
Okay, no, I'm sorry.
Although I don't think Rage Against the Machine's "Freedom" is.
It's a different kind
similar.
of similar. No, it's a different.
Some of the words might be similar.
The English.
The English might be similar.
The English.
But God, because I just think it hits. I don't know if Jacob's got it. So that kind of gets you going. But I think a closer, it's the theme. Like to come out to the Metallica the way Mo did.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're putting them to sleep. Mm-hmm. The end of the game.
Yeah.
Enter Sandman. We're putting you to sleep.
Night.
And I guess Billy Wagner used it too. And there's always a fight who started it.
Right.
Funny thing is, Mo didn't even know the song.
Didn't even care. Didn't even like it.
So I think to beat it, you're trying to beat the opposition. I think when a closer comes in with a song,
Trevor Hoffman.
I don't know, something about failure.
Oh wow!
Like never being able to get a save in a big spot.
Oh, wow.
Is there a song about that?
He did have a song though, didn't he? I thought he did. Never mind.
Somebody can let me know. I'm not.
I liked your answer better though because it just the hurt that you expressed there.
Even in like when he
disgusted.
Even in
voice.
the All-Star game, he had a chance to say and blew the save and blew a chance for the Padres to have home field advantage. Like my line about Trevor Hoffman was always I wouldn't trust him to close a door. Never mind a game. So I don't know what song he had. I'm sure he's a nice guy, but
Peter, you didn't find that funny?
I was looking at something weird on Twitter. I'm sorry. The Trevor Hoffman part. What was the Trevor Hoffman?
He said I wouldn't trust him to close a door.
Yeah. That's very Don McGregor. So that wasn't his first time.
I'm sorry. Why I brought you back in was because that needed a laugh track.
And
that
you
was
missed it
such
and you
a
lost.
good
That's my bad. You know what? You called me out correctly.
Track.
That's my fault.
That was
so. I think for a closer, Billie Jean doesn't work.
Yeah.
But for a walk up for a batter, I think it definitely works.
Well, no, but to your point, anything works for a batter's walk up. The reason I think the Billie Jean works is I'm not thinking about like once we get to the song. I'm thinking about looping the beginning, right? The big drums, dun dun, with lights, etc.
I know what you're doing.
What's the one? What's Diaz been using again? What did Diaz use in? Not Timmy Trumpet. Oh no, it is Timmy Trumpet.
Narcos.
But it is Timmy Trumpet.
Oh, yeah.
But when they flipped the way that Timmy Trumpet is done with lights in conjunction with the lights, I still think that a record like Billie Jean done the right way could work.
And let's not forget
because of the beat. It's an amazing bass line.
It had the horn. and the door swings open, and he comes out, and he's running down.
It's like a matador.
It
was awesome.
And the crowd's going nuts, and the lights are all synchronized with
Hurry
it.
up,
and,
hurry.
of course, and then
Mr. Met.
Mr. Met with the
Show
little
him.
plastic. Look at me, because I have to be involved in everything. There's no reason that it's the
I
perfect
don't get
mascot. He's got a big baseball head.
Yep.
Because he's got a big head.
Yep.
His big head's got to be involved in everything.
Everything. It's annoying.
Let's go to James. He's in South Plainfield. You're on ESPN New York. Hi, James.
Hello, Don. I want to talk about the Yankees lineup today. I don't understand Boone. Why is he starting Ramos batting fourth? He's batting .069 with no RBI. Isn't that an RBI spot?
It used to be.
I don't.
That was traditionally an RBI spot.
I'm going to guess he's going to say something along the lines of trying to get him going. He's had some good swings. Like, I guarantee you there's something about trying to get him going.
Have you watched? He doesn't have any good swings.
James, you know this is what he does. The guy doesn't bust it down first base. He doesn't run hard.
Did you see him play the outfield?
Oh,
he looks like he's going to fall down every time he goes after a ball.
He made a catch the other night that was a very important out, and yet he broke the wrong way to the ball and luckily was able to stumble back in time to make the catch. It was unreal.
Listen, the batting cleanup is
You're not wrong,
not
James.
is not what it used to be, James. But he's been terrible. But I don't know whether they're just trying to justify the trade. You gave up a couple of prospects for him, but when you're talking about like guys that should not be here when Stanton comes back or when Bellinger comes back, I mean, he should be a candidate for it. But you made a trade. You want to justify the trade. They've got a ton of lefties in the lineup because Bassett's pitching and he's a righty. But why he's batting fourth, I have no idea. I'm sure Boone spoke before the game. I'm sure somebody asked him. And I wouldn't doubt if Allen's right. Yeah, we're trying to get him going. There's probably some analytic that him batting for. I don't. He does have 9 home runs, but so what? I don't get it. I don't understand.
What bothers you though is that like if he hits the ball on the ground, he doesn't give it a chance. He just gives up on it. It's not good.
No,
Grisham,
Rice.
Rice
Making trades with the Giants, man.
Rice in the 2-hole. Garcia, Ramos said cleanup. Jazz. Spencer Jones, McMahon, then Lombard Jr., then Wells. Warren on the mound. When's Lombard going to get moved? Are they going to leave him alone? Just leave him? They don't want to
Where
rush
is he today, he's in?
Well, he's always hitting 8th.
8th?
Yeah,
it's always
is his spot.
Yeah, I know. You're starting to feel like 2.
Doesn't he have like a little bit of a leadoff hitter vibe to him?
To me, he gives 1 or 2. But I guess these days 2 has become more like 3 or 4.
2 is Judge.
Yeah. So Judge 2. Still, I'm still not used to it.
Grisham's just not a leadoff guy.
Oh, Michael used another one of the made up baseball phrases that
what was it?
That are now. I know now it's. I'm not saying it's not used now, guys. I'm just saying it was made up in the last decade.
What's that?
He was talking about how the Yankees batters refuse to come off of their A swing.
Ace or A?
Like their first
A swing.
The swing that they normally will use instead of adjusting to like a secondary swing.
That's probably why I didn't make it in the majors.
I'm sorry.
Because I only had one swing.
I know.
I swung to hit the ball.
The thing he was talking about was the Yankees not knowing situationally when you're trying to get a runner in, not knowing to hit to the right side of the field. And he's like, oh, Charlie would know to hit to the right side of the field. But the problem is the Yankees batters refused to come off of their A swing. And I just said, you people made this up. A swing. It was never, that's not a thing.
But that's baseball. You saw Arenado.
All the time. They never
stopped. Did you see that Arenado injury earlier?
Well, what about
it? He left the game with a left trunk discomfort.
Left trunk. No, you have a trunk. You have a left side of your trunk.
Left trunk discomfort.
But wait a minute.
This is what they do.
What is trunk?
It's a core. It's obviously a core.
It's core.
Injury.
Yeah, but say core.
Just say core.
Oblique.
No,
core.
Left trunk. It's a trunk.
No, he's not an animal. He's not an elephant.
You don't have two trunks,
I just
right?
loved it.
It's maybe the left side of your trunk.
But no, trunk isn't a thing.
But even if it were a thing, it's just one. Like if your stomach, you don't say my left stomach. You say the left side of my stomach.
But he's not an elephant.
But he's not an elephant. The trunk isn't a word. No one. Don, you've never been in a doctor's office and they go, let's talk about your trunk.
Yeah, let's.
You want my car? Well, you've never had that conversation.
Can't you say would core work? Is that the same thing?
Yes, but core is a real word.
But you wouldn't say my left core.
The left side of his core, or his left oblique, or whatever it would be. But it's not. They just never stop trying. Why does baseball
this sport comes
never
up with the
stop
craziest
trying?
Thing. Yeah.
I mean, and by the way, we've accepted a lot of them.
We use them now.
The lanes. We've accepted all of these phrases that never used to be things. And by the way, baseball, as we grew up, it had a lot. There was a lot of words, slang words, all kinds of terms, so many fun different things that were like literally. There's a phrase for it. It's called inside baseball. Like you literally have a phrase. The phrase is so big that you could say inside baseball to mean inside other things. That's how big the phrase inside baseball is. Yep. And it wasn't enough. They said we have to go more inside. We don't want anyone to understand what we're talking about.
That's the general point, is that why are you creating language? It's almost like you're intentionally trying to shut people out.
Correct.
Yeah. Like when the kids come up with their slang, whether it's intentionally or unintentional, it is to separate themselves from the adults.
That's right.
Let's create a language that they don't get.
Yes. We don't need them
So baseball, you should always be trying to win people over, right? So what it's like, listen, we're going to have to come up with more language. More and more people are beginning to understand what we're saying. We've got to come up with different stuff so they don't understand it. Why are you shutting people out?
Injuries, though, are the one thing that I think in sports over the last 10 years has turned into an art form of just creating descriptions that we've never used before and make you say, what exactly is that?
But you know what I found interesting? Because people get upset with the hockey upper body, lower body. And I know it's Tonka truck. I get it.
It's something, though.
But what are you, when somebody gets hurt.
I know what those things are.
When somebody gets hurt, whether it's Judge, whoever.
Yeah.
When somebody gets hurt, what is your biggest concern? What information do you desperately need to know when a player on your team gets hurt?
Who needs to know? How long he's going to be out?
Just a fan.
How long he's going to be out?
Like if you're right, how long he's going to be out? That's all anybody cares about.
Care
so you know
what?
You don't even have to tell me what it is. Just say Judge is hurt. He'll be out for a month.
Right. You all saw what it was.
I don't need to know.
Well,
I don't need to know.
Some fans want to because they turn into obviously internet physicians.
But even
I'm
then,
an orthopedic online.
Right. And what they're trying to ascertain from this information is, how long is he going to be out?
How's it going to hurt
That's all
my team?
anybody cares about.
Correct.
Like you sit there and you're trying to make me understand what's hurt, or you're making up things like trunk or general soreness. Why not just say he's hurt?
Wait.
He'll be out 2 weeks.
General
See
soreness.
Reporting for duty, sir.
I love. He's one of. In my opinion, the two greatest generals of this or any generation.
General So
are General So and his friend Soreness.
General Soreness.
I do not.
So and
rule
Soreness are the two.
Not as big as those two, because you just those are too big.
What other general?
Those are the Patton.
Yeah.
And the what's the other one that I'm losing from?
Another big general, MacArthur. Yeah, those are the two.
But general admission's also pretty big.
No, you know what? It's a great point. You respect GA, and we call him GA.
Yeah, he's got
not
a
at
nickname.
the level
We're allowed
of
to
those,
give him a
but he's
nickname.
right there. He's a strong.
But
third.
General So was a warrior.
Oh.
And by the way, it was three brothers.
Okay.
It was General So, his brother Kung, and his third brother Sesame. And they all went on to do different things. And obviously, I believe General So became the proudest member of the family. But his brother...
Well, he's the only one that was given the 5 stars.
Correct. But Kung Pao, that's his full name.
Yes.
And Sesame.
Yeah.
Both great in their own right.
Did I tell you we went this?
And their cousin
my
Orange.
first vacation.
Orange.
We went to P.F. Chang's. We don't go often, but
treat yourself.
So Susan, my sister-in-law, ordered some Kung Pao chicken.
Yeah, it's good.
And they've got the lazy Susan, whatever you call it, in the middle of the table.
Lazy, that's exactly what the hell
you
you
spin
call
it around.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
The Kung Pao gets the Jalen.
He just went to town. Yeah, he loves it.
But it's I had to take a drink after eating one of them.
Oh, you were impressed with that? She was down with
didn't bother at all.
Jalen loved it.
Oh, and I go to the store. Daddy, can you get me blue Takis?
Oh, those are the don't let her eat that.
Oh, she did.
What are blue Takis? The hot chips?
Yeah,
they're it's not
it's
food. It's just chemically created flavoring.
we don't give her. She likes to eat. That's just show that how tough she is.
I'm aware.
We're not putting it on her plate during the dinner.
Yeah, no. Callie will sit there if you let her hold the bag.
Takis Blue Heat Crisp.
Yes.
Yeah, good.
4 out of 100.
Single digit.
That's still better than my
your zero.
What was my zero?
Your yodels.
Yodels. So you know what?
By the way, in Don's house, that's like giving her a bag of romaine lettuce.
It's like Jalen wants a yodel. No. Give her the Takis.
Give her the Takis.
Yeah, she's got a fighting chance at least.
Yodel's a bridge too far.
Steve Cohen spoke before the Met game today. We want to get into some Cowboy stuff. Also, 6 o'clock ENN. We still got a lot to do. You know why? Extra half hour. We're taking you right up till 7 o'clock on ESPN New York.
ESPN New York and MSG Network are joining forces.
Big news, Jazz hands.
Start your mornings with DiPietro and Rothenberg, live on the MSG Network. Then stick around for Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, live on MSG every afternoon.
We are beyond excited to start simulcasting on MSG Networks.
So think about this for a quick second. You got us in the morning 6 to 10. You got our afternoon show 3 to 7. And then right after that, you're talking Knicks, you're talking Rangers.
Yo, yeah. You wake up, you pop it on again, and there we are, waiting for you. Good morning.
ESPN New York and MSG Network, together like never before. It all starts Tuesday, September 8th.
When care matters most, experience matters more. The Allure Group is redefining rehabilitation and long-term care across New York with 6 convenient locations. Their expert clinicians create personalized care plans to help you recover, rebuild, and get back to what matters most. From short-term rehab to long-term care, Allure is committed to comfort, dignity, and results. To learn more, visit allurecare.com. The Allure Group, where care meets compassion.
The 2026 U.S. Open Tennis Championships are back, where the world's greatest city meets the world's greatest tennis players. Fan Week begins August 23rd. Experience the Mixed Doubles Championship on the 25th and 26th. And the U.S. Open Singles Championship starts Sunday, August 30th. All tickets on sale now at usopen.org. The U.S. Open, spectacular awaits.
There are a million reasons to love New York. Making your budget stretch isn't one of them. According to an independent study, Amazon prices average 14% lower than other retailers. Get food, fashion, furniture, and more shipped straight to your building. Plus, another study found Amazon Prescription Pass customers pay nearly 1/3 less out of pocket. Learn more at aboutamazon.com.
1-877-CARS for kids. KARS, Cars for Kids. 1-877-CARS for kids. Donate your car today. 1-877-CARS for kids. KARS, Cars for Kids. 1-877-CARS for kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877-CARS-4-KIDS to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to cars4kids.org now, or call 877-CARS-4-KIDS to donate your car today.
1-877-CARS for Kids. KARS, Cars for Kids. 1-877-CARS for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You play for the win, not just on game day, every day. Channel that drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
Chris Canty here. Football season is back, and Lids has you covered. Just in time for kickoff. Want the latest headwear to rep your team at the tailgate, at the barbecue, or at the game? Shop the 47 brand NFL collection, exclusively in store at your local Lids. This collection puts a new spin on retro NFL gear. Lids has every fan covered with all 32 teams, featuring the big-time hits and alternate team logos. You'll find the perfect fit for every Sunday. Selection may vary by store.
Congratulations, New York. The Knicks did it. Through battle after battle, they dominated to become this year's NBA champions. Day in and day out, the hard work paid off, and you were there every step of the way. Enjoy the crown. Own it, because this year is your year. A part of your legacy that will never be forgotten. So celebrate this moment, show your pride, and shop the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
So Steve Cohen spoke to the media before the game. He does talk a lot.
Let me get the music ready.
Whether you like that or not.
No.
Just warming up the band. I was warming them up. Checking it out.
He is feeling more optimistic about next season.
Well, listen, this year wasn't great, right? And so, yes, it is a small sample. But, underneath, I think there's a lot of things to kind of be excited by. The development of our young players is significant. That creates a nice foundation for next year. It'd be great if we can get Soto and Lindor on the field at the same time, right? That'd be kind of fun to see, and have them play a full season together. That's impactful, obviously impactful. And having Francisco back, you can see the energy that comes back and, what a great player he is. And I think, getting him on the field really matters. A lot of players, we've had new players, and they've adjusted to New York, and you can imagine them feeling much more comfortable next year. And so I think there's a lot to look forward to here. I see the foundation of something that I think we can get behind. But, we'll see how it goes, right? I'm getting more optimistic. I like what I see, and hopefully it continues.
And I don't have a problem with that. I mean, he's got to be a salesman, right? Trying to get people to believe that there is a future here. And there's nothing, I'm telling you, nothing that gets fans going more in what is a lost season in the standings than seeing kids get called up and contribute. I don't care what sport it is.
And look like it looks better.
Right.
The product looks better.
And you could sell the future.
Yes.
Like you always say, selling hope. All right, look at all these young kids that are coming up that are going to be mature and get better. Post deadline, are you still committed to David Stearns?
I'm committed to David. I've said that before. We're going to move forward, and I thought we had a great trade deadline. David is smart. He knows what he's doing. He's very adaptable. He learns from mistakes, and that's what I want in a leader.
Now, at this point, you got to double down on it, right? You didn't fire him, so you're behind him. I don't know how you would know, because I don't think any owner is a baseball expert to know if he had a good trade deadline or not. Like, he's just going by, Stearns made the deals, I'm going to back him. So there's salesmanship in that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, believe in him. And listen, I got to give him credit. If the team's playing better and the kids are calm, that's the fall on Stearns as well. He built a crappy team, but the pivot hasn't been that awful so far, at least.
John, there's just a couple of games over 500 since they fired the manager.
Right. No, but again, they're not. This was a team flirting with.
Lately, they've won.
Right. When they fired him, they were flirting with losing 100 games, and now they become more entertaining. Never buy this late in the season when everything is over. There's a reason why right after the deadline, everybody knows they're here, and expectations are now flat. So now you can just go out there and have a lot of fun. When you lose, you're supposed to lose. When you win, let's. The fans are fans, right? If you go, I went to the game on Sunday. I'm clapping when they score. I know it's over, but you get into it because you want to see your team do well, and they have done a little better. Now the question becomes, how much of this is Andy Green? And Steve was asked, would you consider bringing back Andy Green as manager?
Well, I'm going to take him at face value. He's telling us that he wants to go back to, the front office. And so we're going to do a managerial search, and if it turns out he wants to throw his hat to the ring, that'll be great.
I like that answer, too, that it's all been on the premise of he doesn't want to do this. He's just evaluating. He's going to go back to the front office.
Mm-hmm.
But if he does a credible job here, guys, and then he says, you know what, I wouldn't mind, throwing my hat in the ring. Yeah, you're not going to shut him down, right? And Cohen still set the tone. We're going to look.
I'd have to also, in the exit interviews with the players, get a feel.
Yeah.
Do the veterans say, hey, he made a real...
Well, that's always a big deal.
Like, do they say, like, no, like, he's exactly what we need? Like, if you get that kind of a reaction, then you have to really seriously consider it.
I think I know the answer, but let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Exit interviews.
Yeah.
Lindor. Oh, love Andy Green. I wouldn't mind him coming back. Soto. Didn't care for him at all.
Yeah, didn't really move me.
What do you do?
Mm-hmm.
All right, just automatically Soto or Lindor. He's got a relationship with Cohen. Like I think everybody will be on. I don't think he's gonna throw his hat in the ring. I think he understands.
Well, remember, Beltran said it wasn't the right time.
Yeah.
When they asked him about the whole thing, he said it wasn't really the right time, and he wasn't sure and all that stuff. Don't think for a second that he's not going to be on that list.
He will be on the list.
Cora
will be on the list, although everybody has him going to Philadelphia.
Well,
he said no to Philadelphia because these guys don't want to jump on a train wreck.
But if Philadelphia is a playoff team and Mattingly's done a good job there, then what are they doing?
But if they get bounced early, remember they kind of settle down a little bit. If they make it, they're going to be maybe the second or third wild card, get bounced early.
All right.
They probably want Cora over Mattingly because that was the case before. But Cora, like Beltran, I don't want to join a train wreck.
Right.
You just fired a manager.
Yeah.
I'd rather start in spring training, start fresh.
Full training camp.
But Cora is different than Beltran. Beltran's never done it before. Why would he want to take over a train wreck?
Mm-hmm.
But you're right. It's the timing for both. I think Cora's going to end up in Philadelphia. I think Beltran's got an excellent chance to be the Mets manager. This is a good one. Thoughts on Mark Walter's investigation?
Listen, I read what you read. It's an investigation. Don't really know exactly, where it's going. I hope, Mark can figure it out and put it behind him. Dodgers are still a strong team. They have strong revenues, solid process. I think Dodgers going to continue to be a good team.
Well, I mean, that's just performative, right? He's not going to tell you anything. He has to know. I'm sure they've met about it. I'm sure the owners are all talking about it. He's not just reading the information in the papers or listening to it on the radio or television. He knows.
He's in the world. He's in it.
Well, he's in all these owners are talking to each other right now saying, what the heck's going on here?
Mm-hmm.
They should be buried. This isn't just some news story. He's affected by this because this could bring everything down with the CBA. I'm telling you. Whatever their plan is to try to get a salary cap took a major hit with this news.
Can we back up, though, because I'm really kind of surprised at you here.
Interesting.
Peter.
Me or him?
No, Don.
Okay.
Because you played the Stern stuff,
and
then you just kept going. This doesn't affect you at all?
What's that?
That he's just, nope, sticking with him. Yeah, we might have made some mistakes.
It doesn't affect me at all because
there's got to be a part of you that's thinking, what are we doing? We're just going to keep – the guy built a awful baseball team.
Alan, I had my frustration when he said this the last time.
Right.
He didn't fire him, so he's not firing him. So why get upset every time he says I'm supporting Stearns? He's already – so the first time was enough.
It's not the upset part. It's more of just kind of the general outrage of how can I trust this owner when he doesn't see that the guy he's entrusting to build this team into a winner, that when he took over the team said, I want one in 5 years, that now plan has changed because of this guy. I got a guy that the fans love that's still hitting home runs. Well, he's still playing first base and hitting home runs.
Didn't you hear my conspiracy theory? I still believe he was forced to hire Stearns and can't fire him. So my outrage was the second that he said, I believe in the guy. Now every time he says it, I'm supposed to flame out. I mean, he didn't fire him. He let him do the trade deadline. He's not going anywhere.
This would bother me.
Yeah, but what's the point of easy to get upset over and over again?
Well,
this is what it is.
All right. The example, I think the closest thing that we would have, that we would share in this type of emotion is Woody Johnson for me and the Jets.
Right.
And how it's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere, right?
Right.
And so no matter what happens, there's always the possibility that he's going to do something. And it's like anything that's good happening will then get sandbagged.
But
and it's maddening. And there's nothing that he's going to do because he is a good owner when it comes to paying his bills and running the franchise and all that stuff. But it just starts to become this. It's maddening. It's almost like you just become a madman listening to it. Just like, here we go again. Look,
I get it. But one day
and
you will get
played
fired.
it and you moved on to the next
thing.
Because
I don't know.
It.
But because I have no choice but to accept it. He didn't get fired.
I know.
He was allowed to do the trade deadline. Now nothing's going on. He's not going to get fired. So every time he says double down, that would be like you getting upset every time Woody Johnson doesn't sell the team. Like, he's not going to sell the team. He's not going to fire Stearns. Now, if we have a conversation in the beginning of the year, and he does nothing during the offseason, and I'm disgusted by the moves that he made, and the team is awful to start next year, and Steve Cohen says Stearns isn't going anywhere. I love him. Yeah, I'll flame out because there's more examples on why he should have gotten fired. I don't think he had an awful trade deadline. All right. I don't know any of these prospects. I don't know what they're going to turn out to be. But, Peter's right. Am I supposed to just get mad every time he says, I know I'm not surprised by what he said. He didn't fire him.
For me, and I'm not even a Mets fan, but for me, it's just I really can't believe they're just going to stay with this. That was an epic disaster.
Right.
His offseason was an epic disaster.
But I'm just
what
trying.
What they've done since Game 6 of the NLCS.
I agree. And I was on record and said he should have been fired. The pivot was awful. And then Cohen said he's not going anywhere. I believe in him. I was mad. I can't believe he didn't fire him. So I got to get mad every time.
He's also not naturally going to get as mad at this moment when I know you're not like jumping up and down, but things do feel more settled and slightly better at this moment. You're not as likely to be as angry at this second as you were at the pinnacle of it.
That's the problem. Like I keep reminding Don.
I understand.
They're 3 games over 500. What are we talking about?
But it's not even me believing in Stearns or thinking that he doesn't deserve to be fired. He's not getting fired. If he didn't get fired before the trade deadline, there's no reason to do it after the trade deadline when the guy said, I like the moves he made.
I know we're late, but we should do this at 6:30. You are fine with even the reporters just kind of glazing over it as well? All right.
Well, but how?
What is it about this guy that tells you he's the guy? You've just gone through 18 months of disaster.
I just told you.
And you know this is the guy?
But my theory is he's being forced to hire the guy, so I don't know what you want me to say.
I need to find that out. No, I'm not saying you. I mean, even the reporters, you should be asking, how do you keep this guy around? What is it that he's doing that convinces you this is the guy?
But we got to get to ENN. We'll get the calls a little later on because you know what? We got you till 7.
That's right.
Hahn and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
ESPN New York and MSG Network are joining forces.
Big news, Jazz Hands.
Start your mornings with DiPietro and Rothenberg, live on the MSG Network. Then stick around for Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, live on MSG every afternoon.
We are beyond excited to start simulcasting on MSG Networks.
So think about this real quick second. You got us in the morning 6 to 10. You got our afternoon show 3 to 7. And then right after that, you're talking Knicks, you're talking Rangers.
Oh yeah. You wake up, you pop it on again, and there we are, waiting for you. Good morning.
ESPN New York and MSG Network, together like never before. It all starts Tuesday, September 8th.
D'Agostino Law Bite Back. This is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, and I know how a serious accident can change your life just like that.
I'm Jenna D'Agostino, and I understand that with pain comes medical bills and time out of work. Let us get you justice.
This is John Ryan, the closer. For over 35 years, our family has been getting accident victims every dollar they deserve.
I started this firm for the injured so they can bite back against the insurance companies.
Our legacy is to get you justice. Bite back.
To get you paid. Bite back.
At D'Agostino & Associates, bite back means fight back. When you're hurt and they blame you, we bite back and get you every dollar you deserve. We have offices throughout New York and New Jersey, so call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. 1-800-248-3222. I've been there, and I'll be there for you.
Hi, this is Don LaGreca. Just like the New Jersey Devils bring intensity on the ice, Viking Pest Control brings the same level of protection to your home. And I know because I use Viking at my own place. The season may be over, but pests are always in play. So it's time to lock in your off-season defense. As the pest control provider and proud partner of the Devils, Viking delivers 45 years of trusted experience to keep ants, cockroaches, stinging insects, rodents, mosquitoes, and more out of your zone. And when you bundle pest control mosquito services, you score big savings. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com. Protecting your home inside and out.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Thanks a million, guys. I hope you have a great rest of the night. We've got an awful ride trying to get through Queens. First on the BQE eastbound, right before Broadway. Still have this broken down car in the right lane with his hood up. Been out there for almost 2 hours. You're jammed and backed up to the inbound Gowanus in Brooklyn. Looks like a crash on the Jackie Robinson westbound over by Woodhaven Boulevard. Pretty much at a standstill. Delays go back into Kew Gardens. Still blocked on Rockaway Boulevard over on the Nassau-Queens border. Earlier this afternoon, an overturned tanker truck. He spilled fuel all over the roadway. No access there between the Nassau Expressway and Brookville Boulevard. Cross Bay Boulevard, your best alternate. Heading over to the outbound George heaviest ride, Cross Bronx westbound, solid from White Plains Road on through. Deegan northbound, also packed. Delays there. Go back to the Triborough and the Bruckner. Inbound George looking good for both the upper and lower decks. Outbound Lincoln already at 20 to 30 minutes. Outbound Hahn 15 to 20. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Rich Eisen here with some advice. If high-interest credit card debt is grinding you down, it might be time to call an audible with a SoFi personal loan. It consolidates your debt into one low monthly payment with no fees required. And with as soon as the same-day funding, you can make the right play fast. Call an audible on your debt today at SoFi.com/debtplay. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891. Fast funds terms apply at SoFi.com/debtplay.
Harry Douglas here to help you ignite your taste buds with Firework Freeze 5-Hour Energy Shots. Juicy cherry, citrus lime, and blue raspberry. It's that iconic freezer pop flavor, but with none of that guilty sugar aftermath. The perfect summer kick. It's delicious, portable, zero sugar energy shot bursting with flavor. Bring on the summer with Firework Freeze 5-Hour Energy Shots. Available online at 5hourenergy.com and on Amazon.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station. This is an ENN Special Report. Now reporting.
The very handsome Jewish man, Peter Rosenberg.
We should talk some sports. Do what you want. It's ENN.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to ENN.
Ho! Ray Rowe.
You ever watch YouTube?
It's brought to you by our friends at Boost Mobile.
Boost.
Give me that thing, Don.
What?
I'm going to give you that thing.
I don't like it described that way either. So I don't need this paper, but I'm going to read it off the paper.
Yeah, because, you know, somebody
Follow
worked really hard
script.
on that.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is official. If you're just tuning in, you're like, I'm not catching anything till ENN today. Starting on September 8th. That's a Tuesday to you and me, the day after Labor Day.
Sure it is.
Every single day, you will be able to hear
every single weekday
DiPietro and Rothenberg and Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg on MSG Networks.
I thought we would play the Coming Home.
Not I'm coming home.
Hercules.
Clown show. No.
I like up until that point, I was on board.
Now, here's the deal. We'll still be on YouTube. You can still catch us on 880 AM if that's your preference, if you're over 80 years old. If you're 880 years old, you can still listen to us right there. But you can watch us on the YouTube. You can catch us on MSG every single day.
Weekday.
Not Saturdays and
Why?
Sundays.
No.
I don't know why he's doing this. No, he knows.
It's important. You said every day.
Actually, by the way,
I didn't sign
by
for
the way,
every day.
I don't know. We're going to see how things go.
Yeah.
I hope they love what we do so much. They're rerunning us all weekend,
Just
too.
do it like a best of?
Yeah. Why wouldn't they?
Why wouldn't
And
they?
you got to
That's right.
realize, too, Peter,
Great
that
point.
There's going to be a lot of times during the course of the fall and winter that you'll see Alan and I on the weekend on MSG.
And that as well.
And every stoppage, I'm going to be reminding people about Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
You know what?
And
you better.
DiPietro and Rothenberg.
And you're going to be
sick of us.
You're going to be much better about it, I know, than Michael with the Yankees, who would occasionally, like force in a mention of his afternoon drive show with Don LaGreca and Peter Rosenberg. You're going to squeeze more in there, aren't you?
Of course. I already asked.
In fact, a lot of people don't even know this. Don has asked if opening night he could do the second period with Freddie Keehan. That's how committed.
Listen, if you want ratings,
you want to get a hockey game interesting. Imagine Keehan calling the game.
This has happened before in other places, I believe. Who's to say? Just spitball.
Yeah.
Don Hahn Rosenberg, second period in the booth.
Well, here's what I'll say.
Not a terrible.
I don't hate that.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate that.
I will tell you, I'm open to it.
Unlike if Michael was fighting against
if Peter, let's say,
I remember this.
I can't imagine Peter would be at the Rock for a Devil game. But let's just say for some reason.
Well, I would for promotional purposes.
Of course you would.
You were there.
Or the Penkies are in town. It could be the last year Sid.
Hey, from Don Hahn Rosenberg, my buddy Peter Rosenberg is here. All right, Peter, how you doing? What do you think of the second period so far?
Here's
drop in.
No, real quick, because Don respects me as a man. Michael believed that if he had said, "Oh, here we are in the fifth inning," and my co-host from the afternoon, Peter Rosenberg's here. Peter, Yankees 5, Red Sox 4. What do you think? What do you make you? And I would go
2-1 low.
I would go baseball, baseball. I want to do a backflip. He thinks I'm Camp Scatterboo. He thinks I would take a sip of the wrong side of the cup and pour it all. Whereas Don knows I could have a hockey talk for 10 minutes. Let's chat it up.
Of course you could. Now,
Don. But I will. Listen. If they say no, then the answer's no.
Of course. What are you going to do?
But I would ask. But Michael would I'm not even going to ask because I said so. If I just happen to be at Yankee Stadium, you wouldn't just have me come into the booth to promote the show? Absolutely not.
Yeah, no.
But he asked as if I wanted him to give me sex. that was.
Trust me, you don't want to be with Mick Jagger.
It was the exact same response.
Sex.
Matter of fact, if I had asked him for sex, I think he might have been a little bit more responsive than that.
Because it's something in it for him.
What about a special spot on the Knicks post game?
I mean, are you asking or are you telling?
I'm asking.
I mean, just walk in the studio.
Walk in. Hey, look who's here.
Oh, come on in. You think Pito's stopping you two from stepping on this? No.
That's right.
No, we're doing
And
it.
you don't even realize this because there's no shot you ever watched.
No.
But you actually were on a Devil broadcast.
I was.
We were in Anaheim.
Okay.
And Rachel Herzog.
Okay, God bless.
She did a spot on how I use Manuka honey to help my voice when I'm feeling under the weather.
Sure.
Because we were in LA and I was struggling a little bit with my voice and I had and she talked about, because Don does a lot, not just the Devils, he's on Don Hahn Rosenberg, and they showed the picture of the three of us, the one that were sitting there laughing.
Yep.
And they showed it on the broadcast.
Yeah.
That was unsolicited. That was just their idea. Because I think they're very open.
Because they actually care for you.
Well, October 1st, if I'm not mistaken, is the home opener.
Unless it gets taken by national, I think that's. I'm just telling you. We're going to find out hopefully in the next couple of days. I think they're taking a lot of games nationally because of
I was just thinking remote in the building, do the show, and then we stay for a little bit of the game. We pop in.
I love what you're doing. Love what you're
Celebrate Dawn in a new season.
But it is game one. That's like the holiest of all days.
Is it?
It is.
It's the holiest.
That's
of all
really.
days.
I mean, that. Come on.
All right. Intermish can't do a pre.
No, I think you wait. I think you wait
for the stars.
Yeah, I think you go like game 4.
It's opening night.
Yeah, game 4.
Christ's sake.
Yeah, come on. There's only one holy moment. Hey, let me start off by saying good evening.
By then, the preseason starts and I'm out.
Good evening to a caller.
Well, there are people reacting to the MSG news, including
I
Manning.
know it says you were the diapers.
Manning. I don't know why I said Manning. I meant Manny.
What?
I said Manning for some reason instead of Manning.
I think you said Manning. Sure. All right, good evening to Don.
I'm supposed to get all excited and sleep on my back.
And to Don.
I could be a yo-yo, and guess what? I'll be yo-yoing until 7 o'clock.
And to Don. And to Don.
It's like I've got opinion diarrhea. I can't stop.
To Don.
She is a whiny bee.
And to Don.
I'm not a big fan, so if he was still alive and hated me, I'd be like, all right, whatever, get out of the room.
You've had a day again.
No, well, and by the way, the first Peter drop. Trust me, you don't want to be with Mick Jagger having caviar and sex. Just understand, Jacob hates me. No, we do a show. No, just be honest.
I'm going to let you know now.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I've worked 3 days of this.
Okay.
I've only cut 2 drops. That's all Harvey.
So it's Harvey. So Harvey hates me. I asked him to get my salad earlier. He obviously is resentful. And
did you check the salad just to make sure he didn't,
I know. Because
he might have.
Because Don, he's 7 cuts. Alan, did we even do a show?
It's all done.
Nothing
all
was said.
Don. Oh, this is the Don show.
Oh my God! The producers hate. It's a problem when the people who work on the show
don't like
despise. Well, at least 2 of the people despise them and then think it's a worthless. They'd rather be listening to
he's mad
Caught
at
Offside
me because he's got his Red Bulls jersey on.
Game misconduct.
And he was in the chat.
Oh yeah.
And he was all about how a huge game tonight, Red Bulls, and I was like, Alan, exit the chat.
Jacob, can you get me the maybe he's upset about the Harv drop from last week. Can you get me the drop last week with Harv having a mouthful of food?
Oh yeah.
Maybe that's the issue.
Very professional.
Maybe he doesn't like what the drop that was cut of him. Now, did you?
Well, there you go.
Now, real quick. Well, he's looking for it. Well, in the meantime,
taking 101 today.
Yeah. What was the 101 we had?
Marv Levy.
Oh, Marv Levy.
We lost Marv today.
We
That's
just
right.
need that isolated.
Hell of a run.
Just Marv Levy.
I need more Levy.
Anytime we talk about what was that coach's name?
Marv Levy. Harvey, what was in your gullet at that moment?
I had Starburst.
That's another Starburst. That's another drop.
Yeah,
Him just saying I had Starburst.
Mm-hmm.
So, Harvey, you do hate Alan and myself. You're willing to admit it?
No, I love you guys. I'm not sure where this resentment
But you're not,
stuff comes from.
Because you listen to 3 hours of show. You cut 7 Don cuts. So basically, if he flatulated, you cut into a drop.
I wouldn't go that far, but maybe if we could try. We have to run till 7.
I think what I learned these 3 days too.
Yeah. Besides Harvey hating us.
Well, I mean, is that you guys hate Harvey too. So
how could you say that?
Well, I mean, Harvey's not a big fan of Don, even though he cut like 7 drops.
This is another strong allegation, by the way.
Yeah. You think Harvey hates you because of the soccer? Is that what it is? Why do you think Harvey?
I don't know. I'm not really sure, but
you just think he's not a fan.
No, but I just find it interesting that I'm the television voice of the Devils. He's a Devil fan. He's never made one comment like, "Hey, I caught a game," or
Levy.
Nothing. So I just figured he must not like me.
Oh, does he have your number?
No, I see him.
Yeah, and not at one point.
And then I joke about it, and
what does he say?
Nothing.
Levy.
Harvey, you not a fan of Don's work with the Devils?
I love Don's work. I was thrilled when he got the job.
But you've been disappointed, though. You were thrilled when he got the job, but you haven't enjoyed the
Then
work.
he heard it.
I like the way you're twisting my words. But no, I love Don's work. He's great. I'll be tuning in every day. Levy.
All right, let me.
I don't think the Starburst made as big a difference as you think.
Let me say good evening to the caller.
It's enough already.
And to the caller.
God, enough.
Phil.
Now, this was an unfortunate moment yesterday on WWE programming on NXT. A youngster who everyone's very excited about, who's part of the bloodline, so that means he's part of Roman Reigns' whole story. At some point, he will be. He's related. He's in the family, the Anoa'i family in some way. Zilla Fatu, he appeared yesterday, and he was trying to make a point about how he is more than simply a Nepo baby. But something unfortunate happened.
Man. I'm not just another. I never thought I would be here. But I'm here now, though.
Wait for it.
My goal is to show you guys I'm not just another nympho baby.
Oh.
Boy.
Oh.
Never heard of a nympho baby.
Yeah.
Think about what that means.
Oh, no. I don't want to.
That's not.
No. I'd rather not.
I'm not just another nympho baby.
That's a very
Is that a
unfortunate
thing?
slip. I don't think so.
It can't be. Please tell me it's not.
I hope not.
It better not be.
Now, this has been moving around a lot as well, too, and I'm yet to hear it. But I saw so much excitement about it with people in our world. Maybe both of you have already seen it. And I enjoy a good broadcasting clip. Like any sort of broadcast blooper I've always wanted to be a part of. You know, from the classic Bill O'Reilly, Play Us Out. You know, all of those things I'm a big fan of. What does that mean, play us out? I'm obsessed with all of them. And so this one of the news anchor losing it on the producer in Detroit just keeps moving around my algorithm, but I'm on the air and I can't hear it, and I just see different people in our field reposting it. So I said, can you put the audio in? Let's hear this anchor in Detroit fighting with the producer.
I'm going to have to do that again. What's up, Trace?
I think you're in I am. I'm in Amy's script, the Amy's Angels one. There was the second thing didn't make sense, so I was just trying to fix that part. And
it's not even marked off. Like we're still working.
I know, but I didn't have time because we have to do this, so I was still reading it. See, I mean, I can't wait for you to go through them all, and then I go through them, because then I'm already getting ready by then. But this time we had to do the PSAs, so. Finish what?
What I was trying to say.
Okay, because Sean just came in here and said something about marking off. Go ahead. I don't think you are. You're walking out really angry. Jeez, oh, Pete.
Jeez, oh, Pete. Jeez, oh, Pete's.
Can I please finish what I'm going to say? What the f***?
Damn.
Grow up.
Hands.
Oh, yeah.
Hands.
It got catty. It got catty.
I'm so done with her antics, telling on me every 5 seconds. I'm done.
I know, but
That's Taryn Asher is the name of the broadcaster. Does
Okay.
she still
right.
work there? Is she current? I'm just curious, like who leaked that? Like,
From this news article, yeah, it looks like she's still working.
someone obviously doesn't like her and said, "Let me leak this out." But I couldn't really hear what the producer, because I saw a lot of people commenting they were agreeing with her, and that the producer was out of line. Jacob, were you able to hear what the producer was saying?
Not really, because it's kind of muffled. I'm going through just reading the article now. I'm just trying to find like what exactly was said to her for her to react.
Yeah, I just couldn't quite hear it. Anyways, so I just enjoy hearing people scream at each other in the newsroom. All right. Nico Ogumike announced on First Take Monday that the deal was all set.
Excuse me?
Nika
Ogumike?
There we go.
There you go.
Boy, that was not a good time.
Well, good news for her, though.
No, don't. Just say it right.
Nico Ogumike, the 11-time WNBA All-Star, is going to retire at the end of this season.
Oh, no.
Well, that's okay. She had a run.
Did a great run.
I've learned there's power in knowing when to walk away. For so long, that strength meant finding a way to keep pushing. Now it means recognizing when you feel complete. I find myself grateful, fulfilled, and at peace with everything the game has given me and that I've poured into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we did find out, actually. We found out what the producer said that set the woman off.
Okay.
Mar Levy.
That was interesting. That's what sent her.
My God.
Do you guys see all the fights in the Saints-Cowboys practice? They
Yes.
I heard about it.
There was one takedown that was very impressive.
Getting feisty.
Yeah.
Well, that one takedown, of course, came from Brock Reckensteiner.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, and Brock Rechsteiner is the son of WWE Hall of Famer Scott Steiner.
Yes.
So everyone has been waiting for Rechsteiner to just enough already come to WWE. First, he got suspended for several games. When the season starts, I think he's out the first 6 games. So people were just tweeting like, all right, buddy, come on down. We're ready for you.
Yeah.
Then the next thing you see is him suplexing someone at practice.
Yeah.
Everyone's just like
PEDs, didn't he?
Well, I think that's what they're saying it was. I don't think did they ever come out and say officially what the suspension was for?
Okay.
I don't think they knew, but people assumed it was SHMEDs. So it was a fight between him and Cowboys cornerback Kalen Carson. And things got very, very feisty.
You got to watch the video. That's man strength.
Let's hear from Louis Riddick, who is not thrilled in describing the Dallas-New Orleans fights.
That's not what you're out there for. Like, dude, look at this. You're squaring off like it's UFC. Like, what the hell are you doing? Like, honestly, if it was a player that, honestly, for me, I didn't think was going to be a meaningful contributor to my football team, I'd be cutting people left and right. Honest to God, I'd be going, look, get him out of here, because it's proven nothing. Doing that kind of stuff proves nothing. And it's not, you know what, it's football, it's hot, you're going to get someone else. You know what? You barely practice. You guys practice once a day. You wear pads once a day. They cut down the off season. They've made it so much easier. You're making boatloads of money. This kind of stuff, you know what? We used to go and have joint practices. We used to went to Platteville for a week. Used to practice against the Chicago Bears. When I was with Cleveland, Atlanta came into Cleveland. We practiced against them. No one was doing this kind of BS, man. I don't know why this has become something that's so commonplace now with players, but they need to knock this off.
How do you feel? Because
he was fired up.
Yeah, Louis Riddick shot out of a cannon
He's
here.
right, though.
Yeah.
It does get ridiculous.
It gets to be a bit much.
Yeah, and
But
you could
I remember
legit
this.
like that. What he did, the body slam, whatever suplex.
Yeah.
could legit hurt somebody.
Of course you could.
Like, come on.
No, the fact of the matter is, I remember. I'll push back on one thing.
What's that?
This since they've been doing the joint practices, I feel like on Hard Knocks every year, guys, going back now almost 20 years, when they show the joint practice, they show chippiness. It's hot. People are trying to get themselves back into the mode. Like, I don't think we should act like, Don, this just started. This
has always been going on.
When you do the joint practice, people fight.
It does happen, yes.
But, like, I do also understand, thinking that it's stupid.
No, but it's stupid. But when you get the guys trying to make a team and their opponents, and there's not as many cameras, like in a preseason game, you can't do that because you got fans. The game is on television. It's going to happen.
By the way, I meant to get to this yesterday. I did not.
Aw.
It was my buddy and the legend, Brian Mitchell's birthday. Yes, it was yesterday.
Okay.
And so the Commanders put up their, their post. Happy birthday, Brian Mitchell. He's on the radio every day in D.C. He's one of those guys who became, part of the football culture of the city beyond even their playing. But I'm just using this moment on my small soapbox that we have here on the Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg program, which will soon be a bigger soapbox on MSG Networks.
That's right. Correct.
To say that another birthday has passed and this man is not in the Hall of Fame. I'm sorry. Eliminate the position then. Don, you have to agree with me on this. If the guy who is number one all time in kickoff yards and punt return yards has no place in the Hall of Fame, then just eliminate it's a meaningless position. You don't believe the position matters. If the guy who leads the statistical categories, and if you look at who's next all time, it's people who are thousands of yards off. Like, he may never get caught. And not a sniff. They never even bring him up for the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because when you think of great special teams, you think of Devin Hester, right?
Sure. Go ahead.
Hall of Fame.
Devin Hester's in the Hall of Fame.
So you would think that would have broken the seal. Remember, for a long time, they're not putting punters in. Eventually, Ray Guy got in. They didn't want to put kickers in. I think, who was it that was the first? Can't remember who it was, but they don't respect special teams because they don't know how to quantify it. But once Devin Hester went in, and Devin Hester was good, he was elite. So was Mitchell.
But Hester was elite for a really short period.
Well, he played for a decade.
It was 10?
From 2006 to 2016.
Okay, and how many? 2006 to 2016. And what are his numbers? Do you see them?
Yeah, he didn't do very much the last couple of years of his career.
Right.
But from a touchdown standpoint, I'm just looking at, because it's tough. It's tough to figure out because I can look at his receiving numbers. Where can I?
They make it hard. Hold on.
Where can I break down the special teams part of it? All right, regular season kick. All right, here are the returns. Led the league in 2006 with 3 punt return for touchdowns, and he had 4 in 2007. He ended up with 14, which is the most in the history of football.
Mitchell has 13.
Yeah, punt return touchdowns, he had the most.
At 14.
At 14.
And Mitchell has 13.
Right, and kick returns, he had 5. So that's a total of 19 special teams touchdowns.
In 10 years.
In
yards-wise, Hester has a total of both 11,000. Do you guys know what Brian Mitchell's number is?
What is it?
19,000.
And how many touchdowns total? You got
13 total. No, I think it's 13 total. 9 and 4.
All right, well, that's
13.
probably what did him in. I mean, they probably no.
But I hear you. But that's a crazy. There's only room for one.
I just think that they don't respect special teams
at all.
But they had to. Devin Hester had to go in because he had the record for punt returns, and it was a thing. Like, Mitchell was really good.
It wasn't the same as
it
the
wasn't
thing.
a thing like
in the same way.
Like Devin Hester was a thing.
Listen, I hear you, but there should be room for more than one return.
But here's
in the history
here's
of the
the respect, because you probably have it up, so you probably have seen it.
Yeah,
1 Pro Bowl
for Brian Mitchell.
Yeah.
Well, how is that possible? So they never respect it. In other words, this goes back further than just now.
1 All-Pro as well. All-Pro.
1 All-Pro.
That's the most respected
you get
of the
Brian Mitchell has 19,000. Mel Gray has 13,000. Dante Hall. These are names that, of course, we all remember being great. Dante Hall has 12,500. Hester has 11,000. Desmond Howard has 10,800.
I remember.
If you were a weapon, though, on a Super Bowl winning team, that should matter.
I know.
You know what I mean?
right.
Like you were
Well, by the way, and
a
remember,
kick return weapon.
No, and in that 91 season, had vital kick returns for touchdowns.
That's what I mean.
On one of the greatest teams of all time.
That's what I mean.
And then, like, just like a weird.
It is crazy. Like, all-time record for returns, yards in punting, and also the all-time record for returns and yards in kick returns.
So, like, what are we doing? Let's just get rid of the thing.
But it's weird. Like, one Pro Bowl. So, I guess.
Yeah, what is that? That's weird.
And then Devin Hester went to 4. And was an All-Pro 3 times.
We should talk to Gary Myers
Mitchell,
about
the same year, was the Pro Bowl and the All-Pro.
Honestly, bring it up to Gary Myers. He seems to always know
he
about
does.
this
You
stuff.
know what? It's true. I'm going to ask him
He has
next
such great
time.
insight on Hall of Fame
Well, happy
voting
birthday,
and-
B. Mitch. He's a great guy.
There you go.
Great guy. And so do you remember the big year? The big year was 95.
95 was his biggest year?
And I remember Andrew Gunling played it for me. Like he says, because when he was in Philly, he had a kick return. And he played it for me because Joe Buck's call was Mitchell, because he kept and
everybody missed.
And apparently the Philly fans hate Joe Buck for that. They thought it was an awful call. I thought it was actually good in the moment.
Well,
but that's
when
what
it
I
has
think of.
when it has video accompanying it, it is good.
But he just missed. He should have just signed with Dallas for a goof because he played with Washington, Philly, and the Giants.
But
he played for 3 of the 4 teams in the NFC
remember
East.
he was here in 03.
Very
little. He was on the team for the whole season, but he only had 4 returns.
Yeah, and he rushed the ball like 4 times too, didn't?
Yeah, he rushed here and there, but it wasn't. They used him in specialty spots. That'll do it for ENN. We didn't have time to get to the Brewers tying the largest shutout in the modern era, 22-0, beating the Mariners.
Not good.
Not exactly what you're looking for. Speaks to that powerful AL West you were talking about. Mm-hmm. And that'll do it, ladies and gentlemen, for ENN.
Sure.
Of course, brought to you by Boost Mobile.
Boost.
Don't overpay. Get unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month. Forever, for life, for real. Switch now at boostmobile.com.
Last call, crew. 1-800-919-3776. Don Hahn and Rosenberg take you up until 7 o'clock on ESPN New York.
ESPN New York and MSG Network are joining forces.
Big news, Jazz hands.
Start your mornings with DiPietro and Rothenberg, live on the MSG Network. Then stick around for Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, live on MSG every afternoon.
We are beyond excited to start simulcasting on MSG Networks.
So think about this for a quick second. You got us in the morning 6 to 10. You got our afternoon show 3 to 7. And then right after that, you're talking Knicks, you're talking Rangers.
Yo, yeah. You wake up, you pop it on again, and there we are, waiting for you. Good morning.
ESPN New York and MSG Network, together like never before. It all starts Tuesday, September 8th.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
When care matters most, experience matters more. The Allure Group is redefining rehabilitation and long-term care across New York with 6 convenient locations. Their expert clinicians create personalized care plans to help you recover, rebuild, and get back to what matters most. From short-term rehab to long-term care, Allure is committed to comfort, dignity, and results. To learn more, visit allurecare.com. The Allure Group, where care meets compassion.
Right now, police are stepping up patrols to make sure drivers and pedestrians obey our crosswalk laws. Why? Because every year in New York, people are injured or killed just crossing the street. So remember, pedestrians, obey traffic signals and use crosswalks. And drivers, yield to pedestrians in crosswalks. If you don't, we will educate you on the law. And you may get a ticket, because tickets get attention, and that saves lives. A message from the Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
When you manage an active facility, disruption is not an option. Tricon Construction specializes in healthcare, commercial, and industrial environments where work needs to happen without shutting operations down. That takes detailed planning, clear communication, and safe, disciplined execution. Because when patients are inside, tenants are working, or production has to keep moving, every decision matters. Tricon understands how to work around your business professionally, safely, and efficiently. For complex work inside active facilities, choose Tricon Construction. Visit triconbuilds.com. That's triconbuilds.com.
There you were, surrounded by fans. Everybody remembers the game. Nobody remembers the guy coughing behind you. Till a few days later, at 2 a.m., you wake up with a fever and your throat's on fire. Now what? Urgent care? Closed. ER? Slammed. Telehealth? Maybe, but the pharmacy's closed. You needed a medical emergency kit. These aren't first aid kits. They contain essential prescriptions used for over 30 common conditions. Sinus and ear infection, UTIs, stomach bugs, traveler's diarrhea, and more on hand before you need them. Use your doctor-developed guidebook to select the right prescription or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's like an urgent care and drugstore at home. When you're sick, traveling, or stranded, you'll wish you'd ordered a medical emergency kit. Order online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. And save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. That's promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
So I've got this right. Flat repairs or replacement if needed. Rotations and rebalancing every 5,000 miles, all included with the tire purchase. With paid installation and tax? That's the...
Don't make me say it.
I was going to say it.
You don't say it. You back it up. That's the limited lifetime tire guarantee. Free with every tire purchase.
So they're the...
Midas, the best around.
When you tell someone what team you cheer for, do they apologize? Does your first childhood memory involve crying on a Jumbotron? Then you may be a fan of a BST or bad sports team. Luckily, when you bundle your home and auto insurance with Progressive, you're protected from things like fire damage caused by violently unplugging the TV. Or an accidental overhand left to the drywall. Visit Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Covered subject to policy terms. Not available in all states or situations.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg with you till 7 o'clock. 1-800-919-3776. A lot of things on the table to discuss. Mets take 2 out of 3 from San Diego. Yankees continue their series in Baltimore with the O's as they're trying to hold off the Red Sox and see if they can't find a way to catch Tampa. Steve Cohen spoke before the Mets game, again doubling down on Stearns being his guy and all that. So, and still got the Cowboy stuff. They continue to sign players and go for it.
I want to play a game with you in a moment, but as I was saying to you during the break, though, I just want to shout out Brandon Bussey, second native Long Islander to win the Stanley Cup. You name the first?
Native Long Islander to win the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, he's only the second one. He's from Sound Beach, went to Miller Place High School. He took the cup.
Never won.
He took the cup to the rinks out in Hauppauge and celebrated with he grew up in that program, and it was really great to see that when somebody comes back and brings the cup back and all that stuff. That's a big deal to come to your hometown and home area. So
do I know that? I don't know him?
You will know the name. Yeah, Peter should know the name. In fact,
the first
Long Islander. I don't know if you know if he's native Long Islander, but you'll know the name.
And
he actually went to St. Anthony's. Yeah,
he was a Penguin.
He was a Penguin. But his best years were in Pittsburgh.
In the Stanley Cup years?
Yeah.
Mark Recchi.
Mark Recchi, no.
I'm guessing he's Canadian, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll probably know that. I just didn't know he's from Long Island.
Rob Scuderi.
Yeah.
He's the first native Long Islander?
Yeah. Where was he from?
Where was he from? I know he went to St. Anthony's. I don't know exactly where, like what town he grew up in. But
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's cool.
Yeah, good dude.
Bussy was really good for them. And everybody.
Bussy was great. What a great story he is. And he's 28 years old. He kind of gets into the league late, but what he's done for himself is remarkable. And then of course the injury happens and he has to step in, and he played really well.
Well, a lot of people were surprised that he wasn't a starting goaltender. He had more wins than Anderson during the regular season, and he beat the Devils a couple of times. And I saw him. I thought it was so just
wanted to shout
story.
that out.
No, it's good.
Really cool that there's the Cup on Long Island, and the Stanley Cup and Long Island have been synonymous for a long time, but to have it come back with a native Long Islander is a great story.
This is the Joe Buck call
of the Mitchell
when he was in Philly. That people call in Philadelphia the worst call ever. I thought it was great. You be the judge.
All right.
Mitchell. Down to the 25.
Now, you don't do it justice on the radio, but he's he's breaking tackles, getting so.
Can I tell you where it fails? And he's a younger version of him then, so I think he might even have a criticism. 02, that's a good.
Yeah,
it's like he's like in his 30s. It's a while ago, right? He's a kid at that time.
Right. What's missing there? Because I have my opinion. Good.
The start is great, but that's all you do at the end. If that's a pivotal moment and he gets it all the way to the 20, he had to accentuate it at the end of the call, and they'll take it from the 20. You got to have that moment to bring it home.
Here's the video of it.
What was missing, in my opinion, as Peter's watching the video back, is the second when he says the name first, you say it straight.
Yep.
The second time, you've got to put a little more urgency.
Bigger.
The third time, now you've got to have some excitement. And then the last time, you say the whole name and nothing else.
I'm not mad at that one either. That version worked. It was the opening kick of the game. This is important to note. That is the first play of the game.
First play of the game.
So I think
But he has the reputation already. So you already know this is what he does.
This is what he does. Exactly. That's built into it.
So you go Mitchell.
I would
Mitchell.
I agree. And and if you end it with.
And they'll take it from the 20.
That's it. They'll start the game in field goal position. Whatever version they want to say there.
Yeah.
He didn't cap it.
It almost seemed like he was disappointed that he didn't take it the whole way.
Right. He was prepared for the big.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that's what you had done.
But Chris in Jersey City wants to talk about Brian Mitchell. You're on ESPN.
Okay, Chris.
Oh, no.
Come on, Chris. Get this phone line together.
Come on.
I want it.
Let's all
deliver.
pray for a good phone line.
Get off. Don't be on speaker. Just deliver. Here we go.
All right. We tried. Call back.
Call us back, buddy.
Joe and Hazlitt, you're on ESPN New York.
Hey, Don. How's it going? I was just calling. You were talking about Mark Walter before. My question was, I'm thinking that he sold the Lakers because of this Dodger stuff. Is that kind of the case here?
That seems to be the case. Yes, he's trying to reduce the assets. Apparently, he's trying to move the television deal too. That's worth $1.8 billion. He's setting himself up for a fall here. Now, I don't think he'll do time because billionaires usually don't, because he's got enough money to probably keep himself out of jail. But something's coming here, Joe, and it's going to be big.
Mm-hmm.
So
sure feels like it.
Do you think that he wouldn't have sold the Lakers if this wasn't happening?
Well, that seems to be the case. I don't think he.
I mean, there's been suggestions in a lot of the reporting that no one knew the Lakers would be available, and a little birdie suggested to Iger and Kushner, before you put too much into this Vegas expansion thing, give the Lakers a call and see what happens.
Yeah. So,
and that tells you that there was already some rumblings that he's going to need to sell off some assets and get liquid.
They weren't on the market, and then all of a sudden became available, and then the right people knew who to call. So when you hear stories, Joe, the Dodgers aren't for sale, who knows? Who knows what could be lurking around the corner? Now, he's a 27% owner of the team, but he has control of the team. He's got the highest percentage of anybody. He's the chairman, and he controls the franchise.
Yep.
Well, who's the governor then?
Yeah.
There's no governor? So he's the governor.
Yeah. Now, it's the Guggenheim, but that's baseball. Guggenheim, baseball, something or other. But it's everybody, but he's in charge of the whole thing.
Got it.
Yeah. He's at the very top of the pyramid.
Coming up, Alan's got to throw some things at me.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Shoes.
All right.
Glasses.
We're going to play Who You Taking Out.
Hahn and Rosenberg right till 7 on ESPN New York.
ESPN New York and MSG Network are joining forces.
Big news, jazz hands.
Start your mornings with DiPietro and Rothenberg, live on the MSG Network. Then stick around for Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, live on MSG every afternoon.
We are beyond excited to start simulcasting on MSG Networks.
So think about this for a quick second. You got us in the morning 6 to 10. You got our afternoon show 3 to 7. And then right after that, you're talking Knicks, you're talking Rangers.
Yo, yeah. You wake up, you pop it on again, and there we are, waiting for you. Good morning.
ESPN New York and MSG Network, together like never before. It all starts Tuesday, September 8th.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets, so go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
If you're living with neck pain, back pain, sciatica, migraines, nerve pain, or chronic joint pain, you don't have to just live with it. I'm Michael Kay, and I want to introduce you to Dr. Jay Shah at Sandwell Pain. Dr. Shah is Ivy League trained, double board certified, and specializes in non-surgical, image-guided treatments that help get to the source of your pain. With convenient offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Englewood, expert care is never far away. So if pain is keeping you from doing the things that you love this summer, take the first step toward relief. Visit SandwellPain.com to book your appointment online.
D'Agostino Law Bite Back. This is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates. Did you know Social Security takes money out of every paycheck you earn, paycheck after paycheck, and you're not supposed to touch that money until you're 67? What if you can't work? What if you need that money now? The system is challenging and most people get denied. That's a fact. D'Agostino & Associates has the experience to win, and we win a lot. If you filed for Social Security disability benefits and were denied, let us appeal. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. Bite back means fight back. 1-800-248-3222. We'll fight to get you paid. D'Agostino & Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and handles Social Security disability claims and appeals. Remember, if you've been denied, call us first. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. D'Agostino & Associates. We win a lot.
Congratulations, New York. The Knicks did it. Through battle after battle, they dominated to become this year's NBA champions. Day in and day out, the hard work paid off, and you were there every step of the way. Enjoy the crown. Own it, because this year is your year. A part of your legacy that will never be forgotten. So celebrate this moment, show your pride, and shop the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea was your best friend, it would be the kind of friend that starts an impromptu dance party in the supermarket aisle that turns into an all-day pool party rager at your place, and you don't even own a pool. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea turns any day into a legendary adventure. It's smooth and refreshing real iced tea with just the right kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
All right, Alan's challenging me right now here on Don Hahn and Rosenberg.
Both of you, too, because, Peter, both of you are NFC East guys, right?
Yes.
And I'm warning both of you right now. that what I'm seeing from the Dallas Cowboys as I watch their offseason unfold, Von Miller, I know, you had him in Washington, right?
Sure we did.
And I don't know how much he has left.
Did pretty well. He got 9 sacks last year, Don.
I know, but
by the way, it was a quiet. I just want to be clear, though. It was a quiet.
Still not. It could be quiet. There's still 9. So he's now going to just be a supplemental piece of a defense that already looks pretty nasty.
Yes. And needed to improve.
Healthy Dak, a wide receiver room that could arguably, talent-wise, best in the league, right? So they've got a lot going on there.
Very good, yeah.
All right. So you're looking at a Dallas team that did not make the playoffs last year with 7 wins, that you feel like they got to be there. You know the Eagles, they're really good. Every year they're really good. So if we're going to play this game of, hey, the Giants can win X amount of games this year, I believe the Giants can have a good, a plus when it comes to the win total. But if you're starting to dream about the Giants being a playoff team, we're going to play Don LaGreca's game called Who You Taking Out?
Mm-hmm.
Keeping in mind, Dallas is not one of the teams you'd have to take out. If we all can agree that Dallas looks like a Super Bowl contender hiding in plain sight,
right?
Can we all agree that?
I mean, I'm not willing to go as crazy as everyone else is.
A playoff. They won 7 games last year, so I think they're a playoff.
But they do look.
They have
on paper they should be very.
They
good.
look really nasty.
But just don't forget
the kid
they
drafted is a stud. All right. So the NFC teams last year in the playoffs are as follows: the Super Bowl champs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Seattle, the Bears, the Eagles, Panthers won their division, Rams, Niners, Packers. So, who are you taking out?
Right. Now, the Panthers are not in the conversation because they won their division. So somebody has to win the South.
Atlanta's a disaster already, right? So who's really winning that division?
Could be the Bucs. Could be the Panthers.
I mean, Tampa, although Baker is talking big about what they're going to do this year, so maybe it's them.
But
okay,
the
fine.
Giants can't control.
You can't control the division winner, right? So somebody else. I have one team that's kind of screaming.
That you're going to take them out?
Yes.
Who's the
screaming?
The
it's us. Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of feel like the guys.
They've already got injury
listed,
issues. Yeah.
The Niners are that team, but I'm not taking anybody else out.
But also, just for the record, if the one team you can take out is the one team that consistently, like even when you don't understand how, finds a way to be good.
Finds a way.
It's kind of the 49ers.
Scary,
That's the best you could do.
But you take the 49ers out. One team you didn't mention, the Cowboys, because they went 7-10 last year.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're saying they're a playoff team, well, they replaced San Francisco. So where are the Giants getting in? People think the Bears might take a step back. I'm bullish on the Bears.
Do you see that?
I am very bullish on the Bears. I think that team's ready.
Right.
I think they got the quarterback now.
It's them in Green Bay in that division, right? I mean, you're not expecting much from Minnesota.
I don't think it's Minnesota.
I didn't mention Detroit either.
But Detroit, they seem like they're sliding back down.
I agree.
But they could be back up. I mean, I think they were actually, last I checked, they were the favorites to win the division. So people believe they're still good.
Right, but I didn't mention them. That's what I'm saying.
It's
as much as – go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was like Anthony jumps me all the time that I'm being negative on the Giants. I'm not being negative. I'm just saying, how are you getting in? The NFC is crazy, man.
Yep. It's really, really tough. And that's why you can have a season with the Giants this year where they have plus win total, right? Like they won 4 games. If they won 8, they would double their win total. That's a really, really good first-year bump by a head coach, right?
And that's all I'm looking for, man.
And if you say, well, it's a failure, they didn't make the playoffs, hang on a second. Like it can't happen overnight when you've been as bad as the Giants have been.
It's the reindeer game of let's build the Giants up so we can kill them if they don't make the playoffs.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
And they had so many games they should have won. So you look at the Detroit game, the Cowboy game, the Bear game, like games that they had and they let squander away, and you turn around and go, well, now they got a coach, so you're going to win those games. So there was 4 or 5 games right there. They're not going to. So that's 9 wins, 10 wins. They're going to go to the playoffs. But you know it doesn't work that way. Different season. I just look at if Dallas and Philadelphia are the best, and let's not discount Washington. Washington missed the playoffs last year because they lost their quarterback. When they had Daniels healthy, they went to the championship game. Now, I'm not ready to say that I think the Commanders are a guaranteed playoff team, but they're there.
But it's a great point to mention that before the quarterback got hurt, they were an elite team.
And I as a Commanders fan, I'll say the one thing I'm super excited about is I really do think quietly Stephon Diggs was a steal that could change the way Jaden Daniels operates.
Yeah, of course.
That's a major piece for him.
Of course.
Okay, with that in mind, this is, though, why I don't like the way the Giants were ranked in that ranking of
the futures
ranking. Because I do think the Giants can still fail to make the playoffs this year, but have a plus win total off of last year's total, which isn't going to be hard to do, but still, and still feel like they're heading in the right direction. They are a team of the future. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Compared to some of these other teams that I just named that you would think are probably peaking and soon to be headed the other way. The Rams being one of them only because the quarterback is 50 years old. It's hard to replace the quarterback. I don't care what you say. You have all the talent in the world.
Yeah.
If you don't have the quarterback, you're rebuilding. And Ty Simpson had one preseason game you can't get excited
And it was
about.
good, but the one that does not build a career, one preseason.
Yeah, we'll got to see more.
That's why I had a problem with the list, too. But listen, I just want to get back on the rails, like I said before. Win 8 games. Play meaningful games in December.
That's
and if you miss the playoffs, that's okay. I just don't want to be an embarrassment anymore.
But the Giants,
I know it's a low bar, but they set it.
The Giants at 22, though, out of 32 teams, as over the next 3 years.
But you're losing me.
That doesn't make sense.
The top 6 teams on that list were all playoff teams last year, including 2 that went to the Super Bowl.
It's a dumb list.
It's easy to say they got bright futures because, look, they got young quarterbacks. They're good now.
Right.
But, whatever. They disrespect. I'm telling you, whenever they make this list, not just ESPN where we work, but all of them. Oh, just err on the side of the Giants and Jets are going to be awful. Just throw them down the bottom of the list. Who's got the most talent? Jets, Giants at the bottom. Worst Jets, Giants at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
The future, just throw them. And over the last decade, you'd be right. So they're erring on the side of they'll probably be right. Chris in Jersey City is back. Wanted to talk about Brian Mitchell.
Hey, Chris.
You got a better connection?
Yes, I do. Sorry, guys. I apologize for that. All right, so listen, I definitely have Peter's back because I played for the Rams back in '94, and he took a punt return against us. I think it was the day before Christmas. I mean, back then, '93, '94, '95, nobody wanted a piece of him. Guys like Dion and Dante, like those are kind of my favorites. But he wasn't someone who was flashy, making people miss. He was like a rolling bowling ball. So nobody wanted a piece of him. I think he definitely deserved to be Hall of Fame, and he gets all the props in the world from me.
And you played against him. You were what position did you play? Or you were saying your team?
I was a gunner. I was a gunner on the Rams back then. So I was on special teams. I was running down the kicks and all that. And
so you literally had him running right past you.
Exactly. He scored on us the day before Christmas, 1994, in Anaheim. I'm telling you. And it was one of those things. It was like we were like, obviously when he gets the ball, it's going to be a problem. And as a fan of the game, before becoming pro, I always knew Brian Mitchell was a problem. Anytime he had the ball.
But what are you, Chris Brantley? Did he hang up? Hello?
Chris, you still there?
He's still there because I'm looking at the roster from the 94 team.
Yeah.
Chris Brantley went to Rutgers and born in Teaneck.
That's you, Chris?
So that's you?
Chris. Yeah. Well, yes, that's me. That's me.
Proud,
actually, I played with Mark.
You were in the NFL. Be proud. Shout it from the mountaintops, man. That's cool.
No, I'm not going to just say that. I'm just calling. I'm a fan of the show.
Oh,
I'm a fan of Don. He's from Jersey. I'm from Jersey. So listen, I've been listening to you guys for years, and I've never called in. But when you were talking about Brian Mitchell, and I have to get his back. Like I said, Dion, Dante, all those other guys. I love them, but they'll make guys miss. But Brian, he's just a bowling ball, and he's just unstoppable.
I appreciate how humble you are.
Very cool.
But be proud. You were a Ram in '94, wide receiver, and you were in Buffalo in '96. So you played
Jim Kelly's last year.
You played.
Oh my God.
Marv Levy.
You played 20.
But
dude,
exactly.
You played 20.
Exactly.
You played 25 games in the NFL. That's 25 more than just about everybody listening right now.
I honestly think Chris called in just so you could play that drop. He's like, I gotta call back.
Who was your coach at Rutgers? That was before Shea, right?
Well, yeah.
Oh man, you got the bad phone line. Unfortunately, bad phone line again. But, dude, I love how humble that is. Again, it wasn't spectacular. It was just 25 games, man, but he played in the NFL.
Well, and when you're having a conversation, talk about a mic drop moment. No, I think he's really good. I know because he scored a touchdown on me in 1994.
I love that.
I saw it.
Just wish his line was better, but you're listening. I'm glad that you're a fan.
If he made it to 30 games, they would have given him a better phone line.
But good for you, man. That's pretty cool. I love that call. I'm glad he was able to call back. Wish you had a better line. We'll talk to you again tomorrow at 3. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers, from